Welcome to Game Black, where we entertain you electronically. Welcome.
Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorapo, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe One was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Chops Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Chops, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
This is Cafe One! Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorapo, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe One was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Chops Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Chops, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
This is Cafe One! Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorapo, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe One was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Chops Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Chops, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
All right. Good afternoon and welcome back to the stream. This is week 2, match day 2 of the Rivers Skirmish Division 2 League. My name is Shaq, and as usual, I'll be bringing to you the live commentary, basically all the gist going down throughout all the fixtures today. I'm also doing this with my guy in here, Himzas. Himzas, what's up? How you doing?
All good. Like usual, we're expecting lots of fun today and lots of excitement.
True.
And it's going down.
Well, yesterday was amazing. I mean, week 2 match day 1 brought a lot of excitement. We actually have seen players who were close to the relegation zone, or players who were like bottom table, skyrocketed up onto like close to first three, first four, and I mean the standings actually has undergone serious surgery at the moment, and it is looking a whole lot different from what week one looked like. At the top of the table, we still have the man there, El Dorado, sitting with 15 points, 5 wins from 5 games. I mean, outstanding performance from this guy, don't you think?
Yeah, right from the start. Like I said, people were always questioning his mentality after what happened in the RSPL, but he
Yeah.
came as a different breed into the Rsdl, and now 5 games in a row, like he's won all. He's not lost it. He's not dropped a point
At
so
all.
far up until this moment.
I mean, all his games has been power play. He has been dominant right from the start to the finish. Honestly, if you ask me, I think Eldorado has a bit matured in his gameplay. In the RSPL, I would say it's his first time in a league scene. You understand? And this actually has given him more experience, and he, brought that experience from the RSPL into the RSPL. Surely his goal. He said he didn't want to be proud earlier and say, "Okay, I'm taking home the crown of the rising star in the RSDL." He said he will try his possible best to at least get into the RSPL. Another performance again that has struck me is that of 1A1. I mean, coming off from 2 draws and getting straight 3 wins in a row. I mean, skyrocketing him into the second position. Amazing performance from this guy yesterday, don't you think?
Yeah, and funny enough, after his first game yesterday, he said, "I'm not losing a single game in the RSDL," and he went on to win 2 other games. Like he said, coming off the back of 2 draws and being in the relegation zone too, getting up to the second position as things stand is something most players can't boast of. And I must give him his props. He's been really, really good throughout yesterday. He was really, really good. Yeah.
Well, on your screens is the fixtures for the day. We have 12 amazing fixtures for you. So be sure to be locked down on your screens. First off, Richie versus Machala. Speaking about Machala, I mean, this is a name that I did not expect to be seen at the bottom of the table at this point. Machala is sitting at the bottom of the table, 14 point at the 14th position with just a point from 4 games. Wow.
Yeah, that's really bad for Machala because he came into the RSDL after, because most of these players that fell from the RSPL, they felt that okay, this should be an easier division, so I should be
Yeah.
going back to the RSPL, and they came with that mentality. But so far they've seen that it's not exactly as they expected, and that's what's happened with Machala in Machala's case.
It's really, really been surprising for me. I mean, Machala, he is one person to always shock the elite players. He did that against PJ. He did that against El Dorado himself, and Machala is somewhere that this performance is really, really putting up in the RSPL is really, really poor coming from this caliber of player. But we will find out in a bit as we head into the first game of the day. Okay, we're seeing Coldest Snow take on Chisco Fingers, and I'm certain Coldest Snow has picked Brazil, and Chisco Fingers is using Portugal to do battle against Coldest Snow. As we see the first shot being taken by Coldest Snow, punched away by the goalkeeper to give him a corner kick. Chisco Fingers actually grabbed the win against Machala yesterday. This is surprising. I mean, these two, Chisco Fingers and Machala, met in the RSPL. I think their fixture there ended in the favor of Machala, grinding out a final minute win there against Chisco Fingers and stealing 3 points. And now in the RSDL, both of them relegated. They met again, and Chisco Fingers still kept that defeat in his chest, and he handed out that L to Machala. Furthermore, cementing Machala's place in the bottom of the table.
Yeah, I was saying yesterday we were talking and we are like Chisco has actually improved in lots of ways compared to how he played in the RSPL, and we saw it in the game against Machala. Although we could say Machala has had a poor run of form, but Chisco kind of out. Chisco was his mental fortitude in that game because he went behind a couple of times and he was still able to get back. So that means yes, he's been doing the work, he's been putting in the work, and you can finally see the results.
Well, good work from Chisuk there to at least get his first 3 points in the RSD. Now we'll see how he can build on that momentum against Coldest Snow. Coldest Snow, who has just 2 wins in 4 games. This is his fifth game actually. So we will find out if he can also grind up points and climb up the ladder in the table. Coldest Snow against Chisco Fingers. Just in case you're tuning in live, do well to tune in. Coldest Snow now in space. And Coldest Snow has opened the scoring in 22 minutes. Wow.
That was that was a really beautiful goal there on the counter. Chisco trying to attack, but Kodesno got the ball back and immediately one pass, and Chisco has replied almost
Oh my
immediately, but that was
goodness,
offside
it's an
there.
offside. I think that would have been a quick response from Chisco Fingers.
Yeah, that would have been a quick response. But I wouldn't really look down on Chisco because, like I said, he went behind against Matala yesterday and he was able to grab the win. So if he can do it against Matala, he can probably do it against anybody at this time because he's high on confidence right now.
I know we've been gisting on all, but for the past 26 minutes in game time, we've seen Codesno have the most attacks. And Codesno, from a corner cook routine, has gotten himself a second goal, putting himself at an advantage at this point. Chisco Fingers could not find an answer to those attacks that Codesto kept on pouring. Codesno is finally in a cushioned position. 2 goals advantage, and surely he must be comfortable now. Chisco Fingers, all the work to do at this point.
Yeah, talking about Codesno, in the game against 1-1 yesterday, 1-1 went ahead by 2 goals. Codesno actually equalized in that game, getting the scoreline to 2-2. Yeah. 1-1 then happened to score, and Codesno had the chance to equalize once again in the last minute of the game, but I think he made a bad decision with the pass he gave, and he kind of lost the game, but he really put up a good performance against 1-1. So you could understand that this guy is also a threat in this Rsdl this season.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's
That
actually
match
a threat,
also.
but people don't really know that. But Chisco now has finally gotten a goal and has cut the deficit down to 1.
Good one. I mean, last time you said we shouldn't write Chisco off. He came off a losing position there against Machala and grinded out the win. But hold on, Coldest has replied that goal instantly. It is 3-1. I mean, this game is not short of goals. Every attack seems to look like a goal-bound attack.
Yeah,
and Chisco Fingers is back exactly where he was in a deficit of 2 goals.
Yeah, we always complain about the lack of goals this season in the RSDL, but over the past 2 match days, we've seen lots and lots of goals. Yesterday, we saw there was a game that had a huge number of goals. Indaboski and Eldorado match had 8 goals, and you could see it's been the start of something different over the past 2 match days. I don't know if it's due to the fact that the players are probably adjusting or they've actually picked form and they happen to score lots and lots of goals.
Well, that's the end of the first half. We're into second half at the moment. Coldest in the lead, 3-1. Do you think Chicos can come back in the second half?
With the way Codesno is playing, I really don't know. But one thing for sure is that Chisco, you can't write him off because this is the guy that he loves scoring goals. You might he criticize his defense, but his attacking is almost flawless each time because he always happens to score lots of goals.
There. Coldest in space. Oh, a cheeky cheap shot to give him another goal. It is 4-1. Coldest is on a wave right now and is riding it so fluently. 4-1. Is this game over for Chisco at the moment?
Yeah, you could see that because it doesn't seem like Codest would try to relax because of what happened yesterday. He knows he needs those 3 points, and Chisco on the other end now will want to attack more, and Codes will definitely exploit those spaces in behind his defense.
Yeah, that's Chisco's problem. I mean, committing too many body forward, he just leaves that open space in for the counter attacks. You can see, I mean, 2 of the goals that Codesno has scored against Chisco Finger has come from over the top through passes, and they are always finding his players in dangerous positions. Mistake now by Coldest has given Chisco a chance to pull a goal back. It is 4-2. I said earlier, is it game over for Chisco? But Coldest, costly mistake, has gifted Chisco a goal. Will Chisco capitalize on this? Is a comeback in sight for this guy. But here is Coldest looking to correct that mistake. Luis Enrique, oh my goodness, off the post. And Coldest still in possession. Casemiro now. And that pass was not able to find the attacker for Coldest. Chisco running down the wing. Can he do anything with this? Dispossessed by Alexandro. I mean, I know Chisco Fingers has been trying, but his attacks, I must be honest, they don't seem to have a lot of bite.
Um, I wouldn't say that. I feel some of his combination plays are quite good, but Codes is one of the best defensive players in the league, so you don't expect every attack of Chisco to be able to break down that defense. But I feel against
Oh,
a
wow.
really, really average player, he would really, really do wonders. But Codes is not an average player, so yeah.
So are you saying Machala is an average player right now?
No, I never said that, but
No, you said against average players. If you look at that over the top through pass there again, sweeper keeper brought to action there by Coldest, was able to dispossess that. Chisco actually. 72 minutes gone, and Coldest has pulled a trigger to extend his lead. It is 3-goal advantage for Coldest Snow at the moment. I think this is it.
yeah, the fact that like we've always said, Chisco's fingers defense is just not good. With the way he attacks, you expect that he should work on his defense because his attack is just quite okay, but his defending has been terrible right from the RSPL up until this moment. And every time he faces a player who on the attack is just as deadly as he is, or just as deadly as he is, he's definitely going to concede lots of goals.
Coldest to punish him again, yes. 6-2. And this game, for me, has been over since the very moment Coldest got a 2-goal advantage. I mean, Chisco, over his campaign in the RSL League, he has always been the one chasing. Rarely you see Chisco get ahead, stay ahead in that game, and probably lose by a comeback from his opponent. He is always in the chasing. Like you said yesterday, his final 3 points that he grabbed yesterday, he came from a losing position. He grinded his way up and finally equalized and won and got that 3 points. The moment you see Chisco Fingers losing by 2-goal leads, it's literally done for him. I mean, he rarely makes it back or makes a comeback out of those kind of situations. So I just knew it was over the moment Coldest Snow got a 2-goal lead against Chisco Fingers.
Yeah, it's basically over right now. Like I was saying, we shouldn't write him off after the heroics he pulled against Machala yesterday. So I didn't want to just basically write him off. But Skoda Snow increase the gap. Like Koda Snow is defending wise and attacking wise, he's just a level ahead. So obviously, it was basically over. But you just have to be optimistic.
I mean, it shows in his gameplay. It just shows that Coldest Snow is a level above Chisco Fingers. You could see that. For me, Coldest Snow has dominated this game. His defense was on par. I mean, aside that giveaway he did defending loosely, Chisco Fingers wouldn't have gotten a second goal. This could have just remained 6-1 if you ask me.
Yeah, there's a huge chance. Yeah, if he didn't give that away the ball, Cisco wouldn't have gotten the second goal. But Tisco, like his attack is just he's bound to score goals, and most times he always happens to score 2 goals per game. So
And the
maybe
2 goals per games, they usually or always look like consolation goals because he's always totally dominated in games like this. And this has been his problem over time. Defense. I mean, he tried it so bad to make sure that he can always try his possible best to be ahead or to try to want to always score, go toe to toe with players who have a good attack just like he does, but it's not always working. I mean, you cannot outscore players who can outscore you and be better than you defensively at the same time. So that is the problem for him. Attack wise, these guys are better than you, and defensively they are also better than you. So it's better you just pick one and work on one. That would just be my advice here for Chisco Fingers, because he's really, really doing a bad job at using this particular tactics, trying to overscore his opponent. I mean, it's really, 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 really bad. At this point, we might see Chisco Fingers actually getting, relegated, and it's going to be sad, honestly, for a player who was relegated from the RSPL, also getting relegated from the RSDL. I mean, that does a lot to your mentals, actually.
Yeah, I remember after the RSPL, he said that he's going to go home and practice and come back in the Division 2 and he's going to come back better. And at first, it looked like maybe, just maybe, he was going to do that. But as things stand now, I really don't know. And the fact that he has the potential to be one of the best players because of, you could see the combination play. The potential is really there, but for some reason, he hasn't been able to reach that potential. And it's also quite sad if he gets relegated from the Division 2 now, considering he fell from the RSPL itself.
Well, let's talk about this guy for a second. One A1 taking on 1A1 taking on Rich. I mean, we saw Richie lose yesterday, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Richie did lose yesterday, and he's not. Richie has also basically, you can say almost every player who has fallen from the RSPL haven't been on form except
Yeah,
El
except
Dorado
El
himself.
Dorado, actually.
Yeah, Richie too. I was quite disappointed in his performance yesterday. It wasn't one of his best performances, and he himself he knows that. So now he will look to get a win against 1A1, but 1A1 who's on a hot streak, and he said, I'm not losing any game in this RSDL this season. He got 3 wins in a row yesterday, and now he's high on confidence because of those 3 wins, and he will definitely feel, yeah, I can defeat Richie as well.
Well, Richie has a lot to do, if you ask me. This is not what I expected from this guy at this point in the RSL. He actually won. He has won just one.
Yeah.
And it is really sad that, I mean, the performances from these guys who were relegated from the RSPL coming into the Division 2 right now, and they are putting up honestly terrible, terrible performances. Machala in quotes. Now there is also Chisco Finger in the mix. Now Richie also. I mean, these guys were guys who I thought would take this Division 2 by the scruff of the neck. But so far so good. I think El Dorado is the only player that has done his homework pretty well, and he's implementing it to the letter. I mean, he's top of the table, 5 points, 5 wins in 5 games. But these guys, his fellow relegators are struggling. And what do you think could actually be the problem?
I feel they must have underrated the players coming to the RS. There's something like it's just basically like a team falling from the Premier League to the Championship, and they feel okay. I was once in the Premier League. I might have defeated some giants in the Premier League,
Yeah.
so I definitely should walk the championship. And that's the kind of mentality most of these guys came in with. But they were stunned because now in the RSDL, you could even go as far as saying it was just as tough in the RSPL. But they will just need to just do better because they have lots of expectations. Someone like Richie now, he has the potential to be
Sure, he does.
one of the best players from everything, his combination play, his attack, and even to his defending. But
Yeah.
for some reason, he hasn't really gotten to that point.
One of my
And
problems with Richie is the fact that he's a slow starter. He tries to start the game slowly. It takes a while for him to get into the game. And most times when you're playing with somebody that is immediately the referee sounds the whistle, they are onto you. I mean, attacking and pressuring and pressing and doing all they can to get points out of you. I mean, it takes about 30 minutes for him to actually get his groove in the game, which is very, very costly. I mean, from the very first second, you need to know you're in a battle, you're in a war with this person, and you need to try your possible best to get points of this particular opponent. That has been his own undoing, if you ask me. This particular game now against 1A1, I know 1A1 is in red hot form from yesterday, 3 wins in a row, and wow. Facing Richie, I really do not know what to expect because Richie has a knack for always dropping performances that you don't expect. I mean, just like yesterday, he lost his game. He might come into this with, a refreshed mindset. Um, a lot of things that this guy has in his pouch, he might just bring them out in this particular game. 1A1 against Richie. Do you think we're going to see a lot of goals between these two?
Yeah, I've watched Richie's games over the years, and he's someone that it's either he's scoring more or he's conceding more. So now two powerhouses in attack coming up against themselves. 1A1, a guy who doesn't really he just wants to score the goals.
Yeah.
And Richie too, almost similar, except from the player looks, of course. But Richie, a really, really attacking minded player, and so is 1A1. So of course, when two players who are attacking minded, it's just like the Bayern PSG game. You expect to see goals.
You're bound to see a lot of goals, actually.
Yeah, it's bound to goals are bound to come. But now, among the two players, I would say 1A1 has the better defense as well.
Are you certain? Are you certain that he has the better defense? I'm not. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, although yes, most of 1A1's game in the beginning, right, there weren't much of goals. I mean, he could cancel out every goal that he conceded, and he didn't concede much actually. But well, we'll find out. I mean, usually I don't particularly know the team that Richie uses at this point. I know his favorite is an Arsenal team, but now that we are using a World Cup edition, everybody is bound to use a World Cup national team in the Rsdl. I do not know if his attack force will be able to counter 1A1's attacking style of play.
One thing about 1A1 is that he attacks and also defends with the ball. The way he has possession, he doesn't really lose possession in dangerous areas. So even if you happen to get the ball, you just have to work with counters. You barely see 1A1 making mistakes in his area. Like
Yeah, that's true.
he always
Very,
does.
very compact in his defense.
Yeah, he attacks and he defends with the ball. So that's why I'm saying the only way for Richie now in this situation is probably counter attacks. And 1A1, against counter attacking teams, he will struggle a bit.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he's definitely going to score you. So yeah, why I feel 1A1 has the better defense. But Richie, he was like the comeback king last time out in the RSPL because he was basically almost coming from behind to win every game. I remember the game against Matala, in which Matala was ahead by 2 goals. He happened to equalize in that game 2-2. So, well, if he goes behind, it's definitely not like he's out of the game. Well, yeah, talking about 1A1, yesterday we were surprised he actually went for the Senegalese team. And funny how, since he picked the Senegalese team, he's on a winning streak. Can that winning streak continue today? And 1A1 trying to loop that ball into the top corner there, but it's out for a corner.
I mean, I never really thought the Senegalese team had a lot of fire, but I know they have, too. But I didn't think it will be something that will be worth picking on for players like 1A1. But he has actually put them to good use. And I mean, if it works for you, why not continue using it? Richie here with France. 9 minutes gone already between these two, and 1A1 was asking the questions earlier in the game. Here is Richie again. And he still hold on to possession now. He's lost it. And here is 1A1 with the ball. The man with the sizzling hot form at the moment. Richie attacking. Here is Chucky. Ooh. Tried the reverse elastical there. Couldn't work out. Here is Chucky again with a shot. He settled for a corner kick. He takes it long.
Yeah, from Richie's attacks, I've seen that he wants to go through the middle, like he wants to go down the middle, and 1A1 always trying to be compact as much as possible. So Richie, he will need to try out all those silky skill moves, and here he comes.
Oh my goodness. That was just precision shooting gone wrong, if you ask me, because what was that? That was a chance to go ahead in this game.
I thought that was a goal because like he saw 1A1 move the goalkeeper and he decided to go near post, and with the way it was going, I thought it was into the back of the net, but unfortunately for Richie, he would hope that he doesn't reel that missed chance because 1A1 is not someone who will miss those kind of chances in front of goal.
Here is Richie now. And that pass could not find Ryan Checky, dispossessed. 1-1 now in possession. 22 minutes gone, and the best chance of the game it fell to Richie, which he shot for the side netting. Other than that, all attacks has looked a bit quiet. 1-1 starts to draw blood in this particular fixture. Like I said, the attacks were a little bit quiet, but 1-1 was waiting for that space. I mean, we've seen that particular move. He tried it twice. Richie blocked them out. But this time again, he walked and he has gotten himself a goal. 1 goal to nothing. 1-1 in the lead. What do you think about that?
One thing about 1A1, give him a half chance and it's definitely going to bear it in the back of the net. You could see the combination play, those slick passes, and once the ball was he was definitely unmarked in there and he was bound to end in the back of the net. 1A1 wouldn't miss that kind of chance.
Well, here's an opportunity now for Richie. It's got Dembele now. Olise taking his time to orchestrate this attack. There is Rabiot. There is Check in front of him. Surely he must convert this, and he does. It is 1-1. That was a wonderful attack right there by Richie.
Yeah, we've already praised both players' attacking powers, and they are showing you exactly why they had been praised so far. Both players are really, really good at attack. You could see even the goals they've scored is basically something out of a magic book or something with the combination play and everything. So yeah, this is quality all over the pitch.
I mean, immediately I saw him get that counter attack, the sequence to which he got that goal, I just knew it was coming. He has already been knocking at the door of 1-1, and finally he gets his goal to equalize this particular fixture. It is 1-1. He's a chance. Wow. First time shot there by Checky. He was settled for a corner. Richie taking his time to take this corner kick. I don't know. It seems he's picking out the perfect person to deliver this into the box. Mbampe. And that is way off. Wow. Chouameni recovers that ball easily. There are a lot of players in the box defending here for 1-1, and defense on point. 42 minutes gone. We're close to halftime. There is nothing to separate these two at the moment. 1-1 with that player lock. Sends that ball now to Diarra. And Konate, strong as a rock, defended that ball beautifully. And here is Richie. Can he orchestrate one last attack before the final halftime whistle? Rabiot. Mbampe is in space. He sends it over the top. Can Mbampe get to this? Yes, he does. He drags back. Rabiot. There is literally no space to send out this penetrating pass. He gets it to Checky. Olise, surely. Oh my goodness.
That was a huge miss there from Richie. Like the play, everything about the play was just wonderful except the finish. And I'm sure
he did everything perfectly right. It was just the finish that was lacking. And really 1-1 has held on to a point in this first half. Second half will begin shortly between these two. 45 minutes to play and in-game time, and they will be looking for goals. I mean, actually, before we started this game, I asked if Richie and 1-1, we're going to see a lot of goals in this particular fixture. Yes, we have seen a lot of chances, but we've not been able to see them convert them. I'm seeing a comment here from Durudane saying, I hope Richie doesn't regret these big chances missed. Well, we know how it is. In real-time football and also in FC, you miss a lot and you might get seriously punished when your opponent has a half chance. And we could see that 1-1 there, scoring from a half chance opportunity. And Richie has just been the one throwing away his big chances.
Yeah, this has been one of the most evenly matched games I've seen in recent times. You could see that the game could go either way, and it's not just because of the names, but because of the way they actually played the game. So the game could go either way. It could either swing in Richie's favor or in 1-1's favor. But you might say Richie has had the better chances so far, but I wouldn't really say that he has completely outplayed 1-1.
Wow, what a through pass there. 1-1 now in space. Tiara running forward. Ooh. Konate is just wonderful for Richie today. I mean, the attacks that only Konate alone has stopped. Wow. And here is Richie now. 56 minutes gone. He's possessed of the ball. 1-1 now in possession. Evenly balanced game, you said earlier.
Yeah, actually, it's very evenly balanced because anytime both players go forward, it seems a goal is about to pop out of nowhere. And they're actually defending well. And Richie, I'm impressed with his defending in this game today.
I mean, I know you said that earlier that 1-1's defense is better than Richie, but I wasn't so sure. We've seen that today. Aside from that chance there that 1-1 got to score this particular goal that put him ahead earlier in the game, we've not really seen any clear-cut chances from 1-1. It has been all, Richie. Although, yes, they haven't been clear-cut chances for Richie, but Richie has a way of just orchestrating his attack that you just think something is bound to come out from this.
Yeah, because of his fast passing. He's someone who loves to make those fast passes, and if you are not concentrated enough, you're bound to leave those gaps in behind. And Richie is one to exploit those gaps. And here, 1-1 with the first line through ball to Sadio Mane. Mane 1-1 with the goalkeeper, and 1-1 has gone ahead.
1-1 again with that specialty player lock and over the top through pass. Wow.
He's
wonderful.
been using this right from time.
And he has been using it efficiently well. I mean, if it's working, why stop it? And Richie has gone behind. You can see him shaking his head there, wondering, I shouldn't be in this position. I have created enough to get me ahead in this game. But sadly, that's not the result of the scoreline at the moment. Here is 1-1 again in the eye on the left. You can see that player lock, he has ignored that. He's taking his time. You can see the offside trap there activated quickly by Richie. Pushing out all his defenders forward. There's not enough chance for 1-1 now to at least get the attack on target. But now here's that player lock again. Richie. Can he defend this? Look at that half chance shot. 1-1. What in the world of defending was that?
I really can't tell what was going through Richie's head there. Like, that's basically a ball that you should be clearing. Or could you say that was FC's fault or EA's fault? Because I don't think Richie actually intended to do that. What happened there? But well, 1-1. Like I said, you make those mistakes and he's definitely going to punish you. He's not one to make those mistakes at the other end.
That was really, if you ask me, that's a lucky goal for 1-1 there. It just seemed as if Richie's players froze up at that point. I mean, I'm sure he must have been spamming his box button, but nothing was just working at that point. Well, some days it is your day, some days it is not. And at this point, it's not looking like his day for Richie. We saw a comment earlier from Dudu Daniel saying, hope he doesn't regret his big chances missed. And it seems like he's going to do that now. You missed those chances and 1-1 on his half chances has converted. I mean, 83 minutes. Surely it is game management time now for 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1, he can be game managing towards the end. But if he still has that space, sees that chance to score you, he's definitely going to take it. So, yeah, it's game management time, but I wouldn't be surprised if he still goes towards Richie's goal to see if he can get another goal.
See that comment there from Duru Daniel saying Richie missed all his chances. Now he is being punished. And that's the truth, if you ask me. I mean, if he had converted that near post finish, And one other big chance he had in this game again, I think the momentum from 1-1 to try to get back into this game would be close to zero. But I mean, you miss those chances, and you're not sure if you're going to get another like that again. Because I mean, you're playing against a player like 1-1, somebody who is efficient in attacking and efficient in defending also, and you can see that that has cost him this particular game. 1-1, still in sizzling hot form. This is 4 wins out of 4 games now for this guy. Absolute craziness from 1-1. I mean, the comeback from those 2 draws up until now, it has been crazy performance from that guy. 1-1, don't you think?
Yeah, that's 4 wins in a row now. He said, I am not losing the game, and he's also backing up the talk. Like, most players, they just talk, but they can't walk the talk. But this guy is a different breed from almost missing out on qualification into the Rsdl, and now he's already making waves here. And wow, that's something I must give him his props. Give him his props because he's been wonderful.
Well, we're heading into the next game. You can see the player stats on your screen. Larry going up against Chuku. Larry taking on Chuku. I mean, you know what's amazing me? The public winning prediction.
Yeah,
Giving Chuku 90% public winning. I mean, wow. They're not giving Larry any chance at all in this particular fixture to even do any magic.
yeah, this is one of those games where you can actually go with the public. There were a couple of games yesterday where the public actually gave the player, like in the Cisco Fingers and Machala game, the public gave Machala a 90% chance to win Cisco, and Cisco had a 10% chance of winning Machala. But Machala actually fumbled that and he lost the game 5 goals to 4 against Cisco. Now, so but Chuku is not that kind of player. I don't see
At
him as that
all.
kind of
He's
player.
not that kind of player to want to gift you points,
not.
gift
So
you goals, gift you nothing. It's not gifting you anything.
yeah, I don't see him throwing away this game, to be honest. Like
So you're saying that the 90% prediction is perfect.
near, if it's possible to even increase it, probably.
I mean, I've not seen a game that has an opponent so written off like this particular fixture. We're seeing Chuku take on Larry. But what do you think about Larry's campaign so far? I mean, his only win came against his supposed best friend,
Yeah.
Chisco Fingers. And ever since then, it has been downhill for him. He has struggled to pick up points.
One thing about Larry is similar to Chisco, but you could say he's a little bit better at defending than Chisco because
Okay.
Larry's attack, I've seen some sequences, like all those first time through passes, and I'm like, wow, this guy is really, really
Yeah,
good
that's
going
his first
forward.
time. Low through balls, actually.
Yeah, but
Everybody
now
goes for the over the top, but he goes for the low driven through passes, and which is OP for him. He works.
So now the question is, can he do that against someone like Chukwuchukwu? Chukwuchukwu is the kind of guy that wants to have all the possession.
Exactly.
So Larry's already known to be a counter-attacking kind of player. So
True.
I feel that would be his strong point if he's to face off Chukwuchukwu and grab something out of this game.
True.
Aside that, I don't see him having all the kind of possession because Chukwuchukwu is someone who is everything he does is almost inch perfect. He doesn't like making mistakes. His passes, right from his passes, shooting, even the dribbles are almost inch perfect. He doesn't want to make those mistakes. So you can understand why the public going 90% of chance of him winning is there because there's a high possibility that it happens.
We can see Chuku there in 4th position, 9 points from 4 games. Wow. He's just I mean,
Yeah, the only
he's
game
6
he's
points
lost.
away from the top of the table.
Yeah, the only game he actually lost was to Shocker on match day 2.
Wow.
But every other person, he's blitzed past them, and I don't see a world in which Larry can probably win him. But well, it's gaming and anything can happen. I wouldn't write Larry off because his attacking power is something that is something special. So, but I just feel that Chuku might have the edge in this game.
Well, we are about to witness an underdog story in Larry. We're not so certain. I mean, those of you who love underdog stories, I'm pretty sure you must be rooting for Larry at the moment. But it's all pointing towards the direction of Chuku taking this win at the moment. So if you're tuning in live, please do well to tell us what you think. We would love to hear your views. We'll have to hear your own opinions on this particular fixture. If you think Larry might be a wedge in the train of Chukuchuku, do well to let us know. If you still feel you can predict the correct scores of this particular fixture, please do well to let us know in the comment section. We would love to engage with you.
Yeah, Larry, since he got his first win, we said in the first game of the season, we thought that well, this guy is and if I remember correctly, he went behind against Chisco in that first game, and he was able to instigate a comeback and actually win that game 5-2. So now everybody was expecting like, wow, Larry, and you could see he even has the co-sign of most players like Doom actually co-sign him and Dexter.
Wow.
So you could see the quality is really there. The quality is there. So it's not something like he's just the quality is there. So I see he should put up a good fight against someone like Chukuchuku.
But we're heading into the game straight up. Larry taking on Chukuchuku. Larry in Portugal and Chukuchuku with France. I'm seeing the comments from our favorite commenter, Duru Daniel. He's saying the only person Larry can beat is Chisco. Chukuchuku is winning this 5-1. Wow.
Well, you could say he's been correct in most of his predictions. I remember him saying El Dorado to win Ndabuski yesterday, and that's exactly what happened. Most of his predictions have always come through. We're about to find out if this one will be any different.
But remember, guys, we're streaming live all the way from 43 Studios. We're live on YouTube, and just in case you're not too familiar with this platform, we're also live on TikTok. The stream is going on live on TikTok. Check out 43 Esports on TikTok, and also you can watch live. Also drop your comments in the live comment section there on TikTok. 10 minutes gone. Larry versus Chukuchuku. It has been quiet. Chukuchuku actually got a chance there to go ahead. But he got a corner instead. Corner was taken short, but wow.
I think he's just trying things at this point, maybe.
Is it too early? I mean, you do that when you have like a 2-goal lead or something.
Yeah, but I feel everything Chukuchuku does always has intent. I've not really seen him just showboating for no reason. That skill move almost actually worked in his favor because he almost got past the defender, but Larry's CB making a clutch last move to stop it.
Well, here is Larry now in possession. He's just taking his time with this his passing routine here. And Larry, Larry, surprisingly, against the public winning prediction, he has gone ahead.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. Is the underdog story about to happen right before our eyes? We will find out. This was not something I expected to see at this point. Chukuchuku going behind so early on in the game.
And the fact that I wrote him off right from the start, well, I might have to eat my words soon if the game ends this way.
I don't think Chukuchuku has actually activated yet in this game. He's still a bit too quiet. You know, those attacks that we usually see from Chukuchuku, I've not seen any, and it's 23rd minute at this point, and it's enough for Larry to get a goal. Larry now with Ronaldo in the box. He's wriggling his way through. Is that a corner kick? Yes. Wow,
he's actually been playing really, really well. Like I said, his attack is actually really, really good. Larry, I've seen him attack. He scored goals against even some of the strongest opponents.
Larry,
for defending
my goodness, it was a big chance there to get himself a 2-goal advantage in this particular fixture.
Yeah, defending wise, he's not as bad as Chisco when it comes to defending. He's a bit better than Chisco, but I don't think his defense is all that. But attacking wise, he's one of the best.
And here is Larry again. Oh my goodness! What are we witnessing here? An underdog story is 2-goal up.
Wow. Just wow, that's basically all I can see because
Himdas, are you literally saying?
I'm stunned. I can't lie, I'm stunned.
Who would have thought that Larry would be able to hold his own against a player like Chukuchuku? Look at that chance. This could just be it. I mean, this moment where he missed this particular goal could just be his downfall. How do you miss something like that? An opportunity for you to go 3 goals up, and you're blowing it.
Well, I feel the pressure got to him in that moment
Pressure. I
because
mean, your 2 goals up. What
yeah,
pressure again?
there's something that some this guy is probably better than me. If you go in with that mentality, there's always trying to overthink every move, every action you make, and that's exactly what happened there.
Too much pass. One too many there from Chuku. He should have delivered the final hammer on that nail there. My goodness, Larry, what a through pass. He's not time. Larry, with the greatest underdog story of the Rsdl. I cannot believe my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. This is something I never ever thought I would be saying. Going against all odds, this guy, Larry, he is 3 goals up in the first half.
Larry, I'm really sorry for writing you off early in this game. I hope you forgive me because
My goodness.
this performance has been really immense for him. And I'm sure now Chuku, the pressures of Chuku, and now you might start seeing some mistakes from Chuku. And Larry is someone that will want to capitalize on that. I'm sure he will definitely want to capitalize on those mistakes.
40 minutes gone, and Chuku is finding himself in a position that he never believed to see himself in 1,000 years. Wow. What can you say about this? Is it that Chuku is... What did he wake up on the wrong side of the bed today or something?
Well, this is what it is in the league format. You might be one of the best. You might be better than him, but you could also have an off day. And players having off days is not what you need here, because right now Larry is punishing Chuku, and Chuku will try to do everything in his power to get the fix. But Larry, on the other end, now knows he has a 3-goal advantage, and if he goes into halftime with that same 3-goal advantage, he probably goes away with the win.
And yes, it looks like he will. It is halftime, ladies and gentlemen, and Larry, surprisingly, is in the lead 3-0. I mean, if you just turned on into the stream right now and you're seeing a 3-goal lead here in second half, you most probably think that this was Chuku in the lead. But I am sorry to tell you that it is Larry that is in the lead at this point. This is really crazy. This is really crazy. I am amazed at this point.
Yeah, I'm really amazed. Larry actually going against the public winning prediction and going ahead not just by 1 goal, by 3 goals. And every time he seems to attack, he almost certain that this guy is going to score a goal, because now the pressure is all on Chuku.
Well, certainly pressure is on Chuku at this moment, because every attack needs to count. Every pass, every tackle has to be inch perfect. It might seem that there's a lot of time, but trust me, there is not a lot of time. 53 minutes already gone. He has less than 30 minutes. Should I say 30 minutes to play? A little above 30 minutes to play for at this point. And Larry's not looking like stopping Larry with a chance.
That was a huge block there from that defender.
My goodness. Chuku now. And could not send that through pass all the way to his intended player.
Wow, this has been a really beautiful performance from Larry.
I'm seeing a comment here from Dino Spice. Is it the Dino we know?
Yeah, it's one.
I'm seeing a comment from Dino saying, Larry, I always knew you had it in you. Oh my word, Larry pulling off a surprise. I mean, we're all shocked. We are all shocked here in the studio. Everybody, wow, my goodness, what a through pass. Is this onside? Oh, it's off. I'm seeing a comment here from Duru Daniel. He said, if he wins, I will. I honestly didn't see. I will what?
He meant apologize there.
Okay, I will apologize. I honestly didn't see. No. Something is wrong with Chuku at this point.
Yeah, you could see almost all his shots have been off target, and I'm sure he's wondering what he's doing wrong. And Larry now knows that Chuku has had about 3 good chances to probably be back in this game.
I mean,
he's had the chances to actually be back in this game. Larry needs to score quickly, or else if Chuku
I wouldn't even bother to score at this point if I was Larry. I would just defend probably well.
It's too early. How long can you defend?
Like, try your possible best not to lose the ball. I mean, stay in possession up until probably the 80th minute, I mean, if you concede 3 goals from 80 minutes to the full-time whistle, but Larry might look to add another. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, what are we witnessing today here in week 2, match day 2? We are seeing exquisite gameplay from the man that everybody in the gaming community wrote off. I mean, this guy just had 10% winning prediction, and he is pulling out a 4-goal to nothing thriller here against Chukwuchukwu, the man who could be, my goodness.
Wow.
I still cannot believe what I'm seeing him as. I still cannot believe this.
Basically, everybody, you saw the public giving Chukwuchukwu a 90% chance to win, and now Chukwuchukwu has gone against the run of play, and he seems to want to add another way. Rafael, no!
Oh my God!
This is a 5-star performance from this guy.
I don't know. I think Larry is coming from the church, and I don't know the kind of prayer Larry prayed, but everything is just working for Larry at this point. Chukwuchukwu had chances to come back into this game, but his shot precision was off target. There was even a free chance for him to slot the ball into the back of the net. I mean, a goal free post for him to do that, but he couldn't.
Larry has absolutely punished him, and now Chukwuchukwu is wondering where did it all go wrong. And aside from the fact, Larry, would you say he's defended well?
Yes, he has, if you ask me. I mean, aside from chances where it was all Chukwuchukwu's fault to, bury that at the back of the net, Larry has defended really, really well. Finally, Larry has pulled a defensive mistake to allow Chukwuchukwu to get at least a goal in this game. 84 minutes. Surely it is done now.
Yeah, Larry finally has another win after his first win against Chisco Fingers. And funny how enough, he scored 5 goals in his 2 wins.
Interesting stuff. This is what I live to see. Underdog stories. I told you I'm a lover for underdog stories, and we have just seen one right before our eyes. Larry, who the whole world at this point wrote off with a 5-1 lead here in this game. Chukwuchukwu attacking, might be looking to cancel 1 goal out, but that pass way too wrong.
I said, I see some comments here saying, Larry, I'm sorry for doubting you. I'm sorry. Although it's 5-0, that was when the goal was 5-0. I myself, for one, I'm sorry for doubting Larry, because I don't usually write players off. I'm one for always saying players have a chance until the end. And you can see the gesture there saying quiet to the haters, and of course he has the right to do that now.
Well, applause, big applause to this big man there, Larry, for pulling such a shocker on us today. I mean, this is the beauty of the Rsdl. These guys who came in from the knockout stages into the Rsdl, you cannot in any way write anybody off. You cannot. Chisco Fingers on his good day would topple off El Dorado. I'm very certain of that.
Yeah, there's a huge possibility that happens actually. Yeah, on a good day, Chisco Fingers can basically defeat anybody.
And we can see that the person who is bottom of the table at this point, in the person of Machala, we could see that in the RSPL the last edition in the RSPL, yeah, Machala actually defeated El Dorado by 3 goals to nothing. So apparently the standings does not in any way reflect the players' performances, right?
Yeah.
On a very, very good, on their good day, they are able to beat anybody here in the league. But that is what the Rsdl, that is what the league phase format is all about. How consistent can you be? It's not about winning your day 1 game. It's not about winning your day 2 game. It's about consistently staying ahead, consistently putting in performances that will keep you top of the table or top half of the table every match week day. And this is something that Chukwuchukwu has failed to do today.
Right from the RSPL, we've never seen a player who has been that consistent from the start. The closest to that being Dexter, but even then, he had some off games, he had drop offs, but he was able to grind wins in those games.
True.
Here, in the RSDL, the only player we've seen something similar up to this moment is El
It's
Dorado
just El
and
Dorado.
Shocker. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can say Shocker, although he dropped points to
And that
Mr.
was a
Morale
draw,
yesterday.
but still,
Yeah.
it's still
So that consistency is really needed because this is it's a stretch of games. It's not like a one day thing. It's
true.
different days. You can come in today, you're all high on confidence, and you can
Yeah.
come in the next day and confidence is
Something
low.
is
And
wrong.
yeah,
I mean, you might
exactly.
just
So
have a bad day, and then you're coming up to face an opponent who really,
meet-
really needs to grind out points from you. And this is something that Larry came. Larry came here with a mission. I mean, I know everybody was writing Larry off, saying, "Okay, you and your friend Chisco Fingers, you're literally not supposed to be here in the league. You just came for a showman show, and everybody's going to take points off you." I mean, you took points off your friend, but that doesn't mean you're even better than anybody here, because everybody has been taking points off you and your friend. I think Chisco Fingers and Larry took that personally.
yeah,
Yesterday, we saw Chisco Fingers topple Machala, even from a losing position. And today also we've seen Larry, his best friend, topple Chuku Chuku by a statement-defining win. I mean, 5-1 is not
yeah,
a
it's not
2-1.
just
It's not a narrow win. This was a
this was what
statement
you call a
win.
blowout. Yeah.
Wow, my goodness, I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked. And that is the beauty of the RSDL. Every match weekday, you get to see a fixture that blows your mind. And trust me, this match day, this particular fixture has blown my mind. I know everybody's anticipating the biggest match of the day, first position against second position, El Dorado against Shocker. But trust me, this is my this is my most surprising match of match day 2, week 2 for me.
Yeah, actually, like you said, you might be having a bad day, and your opponents will decide to make it worse for you. So your head also has to always be in the game, because it has to be in the game. You can see that's why you need to have the right mentality coming into this. You don't expect, like I saw this win now, this Chukuchuku's loss to Larry has sent a message to the other players that
True.
yeah, you might feel this player is not that good. You might feel, yeah, I am better than this player. But once you have that gamepad or that controller in your hand, it's an entirely different ball game.
Yeah.
So everybody's head has to be in the game. Yeah. So I'm sure now Chukuchuku will need to go and really fix up. But that's the only
it's not
step of it.
necessarily fixed, of course, definitely. Not taking anything away from Chuku. I mean, he had good chances to get himself into this game quickly or earlier enough, but he left it up until late to grind out one goal. I mean, surely if he had put in 1 or 2 earlier in the game, I'm really, really certain this game would have had a different look than it did. Well, Chuku, this is a warning for you. Do not in any way write off anybody. And this is the warning too to every other
Everyone,
player
yeah.
watching this. Do not write anybody off. Do not do absolutely not. Everybody that is here to grind out points from whosoever that they are facing. And you can see Larry just did that against Chuku. So well, this will be a hard lesson for him and an experience for other people to see, oh wow, I don't want to be in the shoes where I get to learn personally. Let me learn from watching let me learn from watching somebody take the fall. So yes, it is what it is. That is the end for that particular fixture. We will be heading into the next fixture, which is I think Roland taking on Mr. Morale. Roland taking on Mr. Morale next up. What do you think about this particular fixture?
Mr. Morale coming off a 3-year draw with Shocker. You know, in that game, it was actually Mr. Morale almost actually won that game, but Shocker, being Shocker in the last minute of the game, was able to equalize. So Mr. Morale is coming into this game.
That was a
with
3-3?
Yeah, 3-year draw, yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Morale is coming to this next game high on confidence, and I'm sure his opponents is definitely wants to decimate the person. But well, you never can tell. We were shocked by Larry's performance against Chuku. So I wouldn't be surprised if something similar does happen in this next game today.
Well, Mr. Morale has a lot to prove. I mean, honestly, he was one of the best players in the knockout stages. We could see his performance there, earned him a lot of fans. And coming into this fixture, he really, really needs to grind up points, at least to stay on par with those at the top of the table. I mean, top guys like El Dorado, top guys like Shocker, top guys like Chuku. You should also mention Mr. Morale's name in the mix. So yes, whatever he needs to start racking up points, he needs to start doing that immediately. And talking about Roland also, who has not been so bad. I mean, he grinded out a 3 nil win against Machala sometime, making a statement and drawing attention to himself with that particular game. Well, I'm not going to say at this point it doesn't feel like much work, because I mean Machala is languishing at the bottom of the table at this point. So that doesn't take anything away from Roland per se. But I mean, it just goes to show you that this guy is somebody who, if you slack, he is going to punish you. And Mr. Morale has to be always perfect in his passes, in his tackles, in his attacks also.
Yeah, I'm so he watched the game against Shocker. Remember the game between Roland and Shocker? It almost looked like the game was slipping out of Shocker's fingers, but Shocker was able to grab the win in the end. Roland actually gave him a run for his money, and Mr. Morale, he's seen what happened between Larry and Chukwuchukwu, and now would know that my head has to be in the right place. I can't underrate anybody because I can be shocked by the person. I can actually be surprised. Yeah, so he definitely knows what he's up against. And like I said, coming off a draw against one of the favorites to win the Rsdl in Shocker, he knows that, yes, okay, if I can probably get a 3-0 draw with Shocker, I should be able to walk this game. But then again, underrating anyone is not what anybody does in the Rsdl.
Well, I think we'll have a change of fixtures at this moment. We're going to see Richie take on Machala next.
Yeah, Richie and Machala, these two players actually face themselves in the RSPL. And funny how the last game in the RSPL, we're talking about Richie being a comeback king back then in the RSPL. Machala went ahead by 2 goals. Richie put in the fight and was able to equalize, and the game ended in a 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
So this is
I still remember that match vividly. Actually, these two in the RSPL, they faced off against each other, and Machala was in cruise control in the first half. Yeah, 2 goals to nothing.
That game actually produced one of the best goals in that Gyökeres coiler from outside the area.
Oh my goodness, I can't forget that goal. I mean, that was Richie in his elements there. He just showed everybody what a mentally strong player he is, and he grinded out a point from losing possession against Machala there. Now, these two were relegated from the RSPL into the Rsdl, and finally they have met each other and will grind again with each other. I mean, these two, they've been in poor form, if you ask me. Coming from the RSPL, you expect a lot from these two who were relegated, but so far, it has been really, really disappointing. Machala, I mean, this is not what we expected from this guy. He's gotten only just a point, and that was a draw against 1A1.
Yeah.
So it's really, really sad. I mean, he's a good gamer. And he has a lot of fans, has a lot of people that believe in him, but with his performances these days, I don't know. I really do not know what to say. There have actually been players that have put up really, really poor performances coming into this league. Persons like Machala, persons like Richie, persons like Indabuski. I mean, this is really, really sad because these guys, their names are well known in the gaming community here in Port Harcourt, and they have been falling short so bad.
Yeah, I'm really, really disappointed in some of the performances these guys have put up because they can definitely do better than this. That's
they
why
can. They've got it.
They can definitely do better. Someone like Machala, if someone told you that Machala will have about just 1 point after 4 games, I'm sure you will argue and probably get into a fight with the person.
Ask anybody. The Titans, the elites, they are scared of this guy. Because they know on his good day, he's going to topple them. You can see what he did to Eldorado there in the RSPL. You can see what he did to PJ.
Yeah, PJ is a living witness. He saw that Machala single-handedly ended his title hopes in the RSPL.
Crazy.
But now that same guy is rotting at the bottom of the RSDL with 1 point. And it's quite disappointing because he knows he can do better. We know he can do better, and everyone knows he can do better. And we'll be looking at maybe he should actually be able to fix up soon because as things stand, he's probably at risk of getting relegated.
Wow. What do you think is wrong? What do you think has been wrong for these guys, Machala in particular? I mean, why do you turn up against big names and then against games that everybody gives you the nudge to always, topple your opponents? You fall short, you go behind, you throw away points, you give away goals, you play so badly. I mean, what could be the problem?
Machala has always been someone that he seems to underrate the opponents. He actually said it in the game after he lost against Roland 3-1. He said, I lost because I underrated him. And I remember when asked a question in an interview saying, "What do you think about playing against Roland?" He couldn't even answer the question. He just smiled. I was like, when you see like a question as an insult, that kind of thing, that was basically his reaction there. And
Well,
Roland actually responded to that.
the insult now is on who? Who's the insult now on? I mean,
Well, he felt insulted by the question, I see, and he actually admitted towards the end, like when he was interviewed after the game, he was like, "I underrated him, and I won't underrate anybody again." But since then, he's played coldest slow. He lost 4 goals to 3. He's drawn with 1-1, and he's not really. You can see the attacking wise, he's actually decent. But Matala, we've always said something about him not being clinical right from the RSPL up until this moment because there are games in which he has created more chances than his opponents, but he wasn't always able to finish, and he got punished every single time.
wow, that's a lot actually. These two now, I mean, their main purpose is to get back into the RSPL, even though clinching first, second, third, it's not looking like a likely um, visible goal for them at the moment. So I think the best thing or their focus should be on at least getting back into the RSPL. And the sooner and faster they get to do that, the better for them. Because trust me, these other guys are not here to joke. These other
So
guys who came from the knockout stages, they are in for business. They want to go pro. They want to play with the elites. They want to be in the elite league. And it's really, really sad because these are the players who we thought would forefront the Rivers State, pro players. We thought that these guys were literally the faces to put out, but so far they've been putting out a really, really disappointing performance.
yeah, you must say like these are the players like you will want to forefront. And now talking about forefront, like if we were to host a tournament against like we've been going some playing Bielsa, do you feel Machala and the likes would have been selected to go and represent River State? Because with the performance they put up, you might have to want to go with players who you can actually believe in. Machala is someone of really, really good quality, but against I think when the pressure is on and when it's everyone expects him to win, he always seems to falter, and that's why he needs to actually fix his mentality. And I feel he'll be one of the best players in River State. Yeah.
But we're heading into the game proper. Richie against Machala, and Richie in France and Machala will pick Spain to do battle against Richie today. 10 minutes gone already, and it's 0-0. Both players, oh my goodness, look at that. Machala is in space with Lamine Yamal, and surely in the finesse position with Yamal, you know very well that there is only one result to come out of that, which is a beautiful, beautiful finesse goal there by Lamine Yamal. Machala gets himself in front in 13 minutes. What do you think about that goal?
Yeah, it's good that he's gotten an early goal, but now the question is how long can he keep this lead? Because I don't think Machala is kind of player to stop Richie from scoring. And Richie is a really attacking minded player, and he does everything in his power to score. Machala, on the other hand, his defending has not really been all that. So I'm bound, like it's bound that he's definitely going to concede. But now the question is, how many goals can you reduce that to?
Well, I'm seeing a comment here from Duru Daniel predicting this one, saying Machala for the win, 3-1. And Machala is already in the lead already. He's looking to get another good interception there by Richie. Here is Richie now. Looking to reply that goal there in the 13th minute. Richie taking his time with this attack. What a turn and a goal! Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I was saying exactly that. Machala, how long can he keep Richie's attack quiet? And I got the answer real soon. Richie, like I said, he's definitely going to score. He will score against you. And Machala, his defending has not been all that right from the RSPL up until this moment. I really don't know what went wrong because this guy's attacking firepower is something else. He should be outscoring almost every opponent he plays, and it doesn't just seem to be happening for him.
I mean, that goal there by Richie just shows the kind of quality that this player has. You could see he was very, very patient with that attack, and immediately he found Mbappe. With that enforcer there, he shielded that ball perfectly, and on that turn, he just, slotted it into the near post. Near post finish, Mbappe. Good goal there for Richie.
Yeah, you could see Machala trying to circle in the box, and that just little move away from the defender, and Richie one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I think Machala actually tried to shift the goalkeeper, and Richie decided to go for the near post. That was something out of the ordinary there.
A beautiful, beautiful goal. It is now 1-1 between these two. "26 minutes gone. It is 1-1. Richie equalizing that opening goal there by Machala. And Richie is in possession, trying to look for a way to slice in that through pass. Machala's defense was up to the task there. We've seen a similar gameplay, just like how he set up his usual Bayern Munich team. You know, Machala is always using Bayern Munich.
Yeah, but of course, the World Cup and vibe and the World Cup season, he decided to go for Spain, which is actually surprising. Because he uses Bayern for I really don't know the reason why he uses Bayern, but he decided to opt for Spain. You expect that Machala would use something like France because he's the kind of guy who likes using France and PSG all the time, but this time around, he decided to go with Spain.
Well, the game has lost its steam after that goal there by Richie. It's been calm, you know. Both players now are not wanting to give the ball away too easily, taking their time now to orchestrate that. Oh, wow, beautiful move there from Checky. Richie still in the box. He might find a way to... Oh, my goodness. Just that final pass there. Intercepted just exactly as that attacker was about to slot in that pass. Oh, look at that. Lamine Yamal, surely. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe the keeper got a hand to that ball there.
Yeah, we've always been saying about Machala. His finishing has been really, really sus. And again, you could see there. I'm sorry you were about to shout goal number 2 for Machala, but
I mean, it was a replica of his first goal in that particular game there.
Yeah, it was a replica, exactly the same way, the same move too. And you expect him to bury such, but Richie's goalkeeper coming in clutch, standing tall and taking it out for a corner.
My goodness. Oh, beautiful piece of goal there from Machala. It was exquisitely executed. And that is the end of the first half. Machala grinds out a win. And it is 2-1. Second half is on the way between these two. Machala in the lead 2-1. I saw somebody predicted Machala to win this game by 3-1. So hopefully a prediction comes to pass. 47 minutes now. Richie will be looking to reply that particular goal there at the end of the first half.
Yeah, do you think this is the game in which Machala actually gets his first win?
Hey, I'm seeing a comment here saying Richie will win. Richie is in losing position at the moment. And my goodness, how is Richie going to get an equalizer and then get a win? Needs serious. Nothing really serious, actually, because I think Richie still has it in him to at least get a win in this game if he takes his chances.
Yeah, he actually did come back against Machala last time they played. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if something similar happens or Machala could finally get a win this season in Rsdl.
Here is Richie now. Has lost possession again. Gains it back. It's almost the half hour. And Richie now with Mbappe running down the byline. He drags back. Tries to slip in that ball there to Dembele, but the interception from Machala coming up clutch. And here is Machala now. Offside, says the referee. 60 minutes gone. Machala is holding on to a very, very slim win.
Oh, what a goal that was.
Richie pulled out a shot out of nowhere. And he has equalized 2-2. Well, that ends the prediction.
Like I said, if there's anybody that can come back, there's a reason why he was stuck the comeback king last season. It is Richie. We've seen him go behind and now he's run level. And funny, there's enough time in this game for somebody to get a winner.
Still enough time. 64 minutes. There's a lot of time for us to see a winner in this game. But Machala looking to regain back his lead. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, what a disaster! Richie, come on. How could you? How could you? You could see his reaction there, wondering, how the hell did I do this? How?
Yeah, he's actually disappointed in himself because Machala was dancing around his penalty area and was able to get the ball back. I think he was trying to turn, and Machala's team press just activated there, and he was able to get the ball
I don't even
cut
think
back
the
into
team
the
press
box.
was so efficient at that point. Richie just was just too reluctant to get the ball away from his defense there. And my goodness, you're in your box 18. This is somebody who is trying to grind out points. You've been behind all game. Every time you're always replying goals from Machala, and now you give him a chance to go ahead again. I mean, this is real struggle from this guy. I've seen a comment here from Jordan saying, am I the only one who noticed Machala is defending better than his previous games? Well, what can you say about this? Seems that
Machala's defense has been always source. I feel we would say he's defending better, or Richie is not just capitalizing on chances and the almost good chances he's had. So I really can't say you can say he's defending better, or I would say his attacking has actually been better, and his converting of chances have been better than his defending. He has actually improved when attacking than defending, in my opinion.
But the last time out these two met, it was a draw. It ended in a 2-2. And right about now, Machala is in the lead. 3-2. And here is Richie looking to reply that. Mbappe to Tchouameni. On the turn there, he was trying to get his shot away. But the defenders were in his line of shot. And they blocked that ball there beautifully. Richie has been chasing this game all day. Every time he equalizes, Machala finds a way to go ahead again. Machala is ahead again. Can he find a way to reply? Or will Machala grind out a win from this 82 minutes? And time is not on Richie's side at the moment. It is a slim lead. Any attack from Richie could break this down, except he gets a cushion. And here is that attack now. Richie, what can he produce with this? Mbappe, he's taking his time with this and has given a cheap pass that has put Ferran in a position to add another and be comfortable. Machala with a 2-goal cushion here, and
it's definitely game over here.
It is all in Machala's laps at the moment.
Definitely game over there for Richie, and I think Richie knows that because it's already 85 minutes on the clock, and I don't see a way in which Richie scores 2 goals in 5 minutes game time. Well, Machala has probably gotten his first win this season.
Well, never say never. Oh no, I think it's never at this point because it is Machala that is attacking. Machala has a corner kick to take. It's definitely over at this point. I mean,
Yeah, definitely over.
Richie did this to himself, if you ask me. Well, I don't think you should be too happy there because I mean this is your first win of the Rsdl. Knowing the caliber of player that you are, you're happy over 3 points at this stage. My goodness! Richie with a thunderbolt to cancel out a goal. I said it before, Machala needed 2 goals to be comfortable. And we could see why now, because Richie was surely going to get that 3rd goal. And he did. I'm seeing a comment here from Hazard saying, Machala won a game of FIFA. The world has ended. Oh my goodness. I'm really going to say this was a poor performance from Richie. He was behind all through the game, and that put him in this particular position at the moment.
We actually missed Matala's tantrums after a win. He's failed to win a single game so far, and the first game he wins, you could see him throwing those taunts at everybody.
This guy is going to be a menace if he is top of the table.
Yeah, actually,
Serious menace.
imagine if he actually wins this, that's the bragging right there. He's someone that likes to already talk, and now he would like to walk that talk, but he has not been doing it. But if he now happens to win the Rsdl, well, I don't think even the RSPL will be able to contain him.
Well, we saw a lot of comments saying Machala should just retire, Machala to hang up his controller and all, but this is a reply from Machala to you guys. He has gotten his first 3 points in the Rsdl. What do you think? Is this going to be the start of something for Machala at this point?
Well, it will be the start. Like now, he's finally gotten a win, and would you say he's off that bottom? Yes, off the bottom of the league now, and I'm sure he's looking for qualification into the RSPL. He knows that he has the quality to compete in the RSPL and probably even in the elite league. So this could be the start of a win streak for him, because even in the games in which he's dropped points, he still put up good performances. In the game against Cold Snow, it was a slim victory for Cold Snow, 4-3. And in the game against 1A1, it was the last minute, would you call that a mistake, in which he lost the ball there, 1A1 high pressing and 1A1 equalizing in that game. So you could see the quality is there, but it just hasn't happened for him so far. Well, before we go into the next fixture, we'll be heading straight to Milia for an interview.
Okay, I'm in the studio right now with one of the fans that came to support his friends, Roland and Bright, right?
Yeah.
So far, how have you enjoyed your experience here in the tournament?
The games they are playing is really tough, and should I say they're they play very hard. So I just don't really know how to put it, but because it's still Division Two, I've not like watched the Division One, but the Division Two is very very tight, and they are good players, a lot of them.
Okay, it's all right. So I want to ask you a very tricky question right now. Do you fancy the chances of your friends, going into the top half of the table? I mean, Roland and Bright.
Yeah. I believe, I fancy it.
Okay, it's all right. He said he believes his friends can go all the way to the top. So I'll just head over to Milia right now to see what she has to say.
So right about now, I'm with one of the top winners for the day, Mr. Larry. I don't need to ask you. I know you're feeling very great, right?
I do. But please don't put the target on my back.
So, sometime last week you said one bad game doesn't make a bad player, and I saw you had two more bad games, right?
Yeah, sorry.
3 more bad games, and then today you went ahead to win Chuku Chuku. I'm sure you didn't see that coming because I didn't too.
Yeah, I came in as the underdog, but doesn't mean I didn't put in the grind. You can see I shined in the end. So
You
going
really
back to the
shone in
drawing
the
board.
end.
Going back to the drawing board.
Breeze it.
No time for
Breeze
relaxing.
it.
All right, no time for relaxing.
Breeze it.
Going back to the drawing board. Stay tuned.
Breathe to my face. Okay. Thank you very much, Milia. Guys, this is the Rsdl, and you have to expect a lot of things. A lot of players have, broken the dock today, beaten some of the people that we thought they could not beat. Same thing happened yesterday when Machala lost by a wide margin to someone that was rated 10% against his 90. But it's so it's so really really nice to see Machala come back to winning ways, and I hope he can maintain the momentum and go ahead to rank among the stars of the show. But I don't know how likely that is because the competition is still heating up, and of course I want all of you viewers, all of you fans watching from home to stay glued and keep supporting. We're seeing you, we're seeing our sponsors, and we are so excited for you. My name is Khan, and I'll be going back to commentary duties now. Bye.
You heard it from the man, Larry. He said he puts up the grind, he puts in the grind. No one expected him to win against Chuku Chuku. He said he came in as the underdog, but that didn't really matter to him, that he still put in the effort. And you saw the effort actually came out in a positive way, and he was able to get not just any win, not just a 2-1 win, a 5-1 win against one of the favorites for the Rsdl. That just goes to show you what the Rsdl is all about. You can't underrate anybody. You should not underrate anybody. And finally, Machala able to get his first win of this tournament.
I mean, amazing. For Machala, this is the time to start grinding out points, if you ask me. But I mean, it's one good for one person means one bad for another person, and that
Yeah, yeah.
is Richie. Machala getting the best of Richie now, and that puts Richie in a very, very difficult position at this moment. Richie now is bottom of the table. I mean, with 5 games and just 3 points to show for himself, that is really, 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 really something I never thought I would be saying.
Yeah,
What is the
Richie.
way forward now for Richie?
Well, I really don't know. Richie has just been disappointing. He's gotten a win, but and that win came against Larry actually. But since that win now, Larry has actually gone ahead of him on the table.
Yep.
And we know Richie's quality is there. The quality is there. He's one of the best gamers. People know him, but he's not been up to standard. In the RSPL, he started similar. He started off slow.
Yeah.
Actually, I know he got his first win against Venom in his first game, but after then he got destroyed by Doom 8 goals to 0. And after the Doom destruction, we didn't really see much of Richie towards the end of the RSPL. And now he's taking that same route again because he got his first win in the first game, and since then he's not been able to even pick up a point. I don't think he's been able to draw a game. It's just been straight losses.
Yeah.
He needs to really fix up. Well, on your screen you can see the man Bruce, and he's coming up against Bright. These are two fine gamers in Port Harcourt City. You know, Bright, I've always said this. We didn't know who this guy was coming into this Rsdl. We only saw that he finished second in a group of Ndaboski and Coldest Snow.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, who is this guy? Then we checked the scoreline and we saw that he defeated Ndaboski 6 goals to 0.
My goodness.
And that was when you saw, well, this guy is up to something because
That was when he started getting attention. Who's this guy that's defeated Naboski 6 goals to 1? There he is on your screen, Bright. And so far, so good. He has not really had a bad campaign. I mean, he is in the 7th position. He has 6 points from 4 games played. And he's going up against Bruce, who is just 8th position also. And Bruce is 4 games played and he has 5 points. So this is basically just a game between like for like gamers, if you ask me.
yeah, but I like Bright. I've always said I'm actually impressed with how well he's played because his only 2 losses have come at the expense of Chuku and Eldorado.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the Eldorado loss was not a 1-0 loss because he actually put up a good fight and could have easily
Very, very good
equalized in that
fight.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel Bruce on the other hand, the Bruce we saw in the knockout stages, we didn't see him early on in the RSDL, but ever since he got, I think, his second draw, he's been able in his performance yesterday. You saw that well, the quality is still there for this guy, and he was able to get a win. But against someone like Bright, I don't know how well he can cope. One thing is for sure that you can't. Bright will not underrate Bruce. Bright is the point. He defeated Mr. Morale in one game, 3 goals to 2, and he just lost to Chuku 3 goals to 2 as well. And
Yeah.
Eldorado, his both losses have just been 1 goal deficit. That just goes to show you how quality this guy is.
But Bruce has a lot to offer. I mean, we could see that also in the knockout stages where he came from. He impressed. He really, really did impress. And over time here in the RSDL, we saw him draw his first 2 games. And finally, he picked up a win yesterday against Richie, right?
Yes.
And that has put him in 5 points in 4 games. And he will be looking to pick up momentum from yesterday. Well, we are headed into the game proper between Bright versus Bruce, and Bright here with, oh my goodness, Bright here with Brazil, and he's testing the waters already, and taking the first shot. He's earned himself a corner. He's taking that shortly. Dispossessed by Bruce. Bruce is using France to do battle here today. So do let us know what you think about these 2 gamers and your predictions. Also, if you can drop correct scores, do well to do so. Here is Bruce now, knocking on the door of Bright. He's taking his time, Bruce, looking for a way inside them. Pele, oh my goodness! And he came off the body of Bremer there. Surely that would have ended up in the back of the net if that defender wasn't in the way of that shot.
Yeah, that was definitely goal bound, and Bruce would be really livid because that was a chance to go ahead early on in the game. On the other hand, Bright would be really happy that his defender was positioned in the right place at the right time.
My
But how
goodness.
long can he hold?
Bruce again with another shot. He has been the one asking all the questions so far. Daniel here saying Bright should win if they don't draw. So this is basically Bright to win or draw. So
Basically,
Bright is not going to draw points from what Daniel is saying.
yeah, Bruce has always been known for the guy who loves to draw games. You saw he and 1A1, they had 2 draws up until yesterday, where they finally got their first wins.
I don't
And
think we had any draws yesterday, did we?
no, we didn't.
Okay. Well, we get to see our first draw of the game. Here is Bright now in possession. He's looking for his teammates, cannot find any. I mean, the press there to push out all the players from Bruce. Wonderful. But Bright finally finds a player who almost found Vinicius Jr. there. Bright steals back possession again. Fabinho, there is space. Surely he confirms. Oh my goodness! How did that not end up in the back of the net?
That was a huge miss there. Beautiful gameplay there from Bright, and you were expecting someone of his quality to be able to bury that and go ahead, but unfortunately for him, it was just wide off the post, and the game is still 0-0.
I mean, assisted has a way of actually helping, and I don't think he's using precision.
Yeah, I don't think he uses precision. This guy is not the kind of guy that I don't think he does any of those tweaks. He just plays with whatever settings he sees, and he actually plays really, really well as well.
Well, 24 minutes gone between these two. There have been chances, but none of them have been able to convert yet. It is still 0-0 between these two guys. They have made a habit over the past few minutes of giving away possession way too easily between each other. Well, here is Bright now with Rafinha. He finds Paqueta. Fabinho, surely, oh my goodness, something is wrong with Bright's shooting today. I mean, these are opportunities, shots that should have ended up in the back of the net. What is happening?
I really can't tell, but what thing it goes to show is that this guy is quality. With the amount of chances he's created, like Bruce did have the first really good opportunity, but since then it's been all Bright. The question now begs, when does he bury it, or would he get punished for missing those chances?
Well, both players have missed chances, if you ask me. Bright with more of those chances missed than Bruce. It is still 0-0, something I did not expect to see in 32 minutes in-game time. Or the good thing is the chances are being created. I mean, it's not as if both players are cancelling out each other's attacks. The attacks are just a shot away from getting into the back of the net.
Yeah, but who do you see getting the first goal from everything?
I think it's Bright. Bright has been knocking on the door countlessly, and that's an offside.
Yeah, the amount of pressure Bright has been pouring out on Bruce. I don't know how long Bruce's defense can cope with
His
that.
defense has not even been coping with the attacks. That's the funny thing. It's just Bright with his aimless shooting, if I should say that. And there it is. Surely now Bright must convert this. Bright draws first blood finally. 40 minutes and Bright gets ahead. Wonderful. I told you, Bright has been knocking and knocking, and finally the door has been opened because he is 1-0 up. And an opportunity falls for Bruce. I think he should have held on to that ball and turned and then put himself in a very good position to take that shot.
At that point, being a 1 goal behind, he just wants to get the shot off and just hope that, yes, it lands in the back of the net. There's a pressure that comes with losing, being on the losing end of a game. And I feel the pressure got to him there and he just made the wrong decision.
The animation for that shot was not proper in any way. I think that's why Mbappe fluffed that, because Mbappe every day inside the box is definitely burying an opportunity like that. But in that situation, he was just, not calm in any manner. He took the shot first time and my goodness. My goodness, my goodness. Bright with a screamer there just at the end of the first half. And he's in a very, very, very comfortable position at this moment. 2 goals up and wow. How did that But how did he pull that off? I mean, this is somebody who has been shooting badly from the beginning of the game, and it seems like he has got his precision shooting right.
He's finally got his shooting boots on, and I think he know what this means for Bruce. If Bruce doesn't fix up, if he doesn't start defending well, this could basically be a blowout. Because Bright is not the kind of guy to want to miss a lot of opportunities. With the way he plays, he's a chance creation machine. He will create those chances. But he failed to do some convert a couple of them early on. But now he's been able to get 2 goals from about, you could say, a half chance from the second goal there. And now, you know what that means? He's high on confidence, and the next chance is definitely going to rest comfortably in the back of the net as well.
He's still in possession, Bright. Still looking for his goal number 3. Referee says offside. It's a chance now for Bruce to recycle and do something good with this possession. But he has given it away again. Right now in possession, Fabinho gives it to Casemiro. Little passing sequence there between these two. Vinicius somehow manages to still hold on the ball, regardless of the challenge there from Rabiot. Rafinha now, the other side. Casemiro with a wrong pass. Possession now with Bruce. There's a runner in front of him in Olise. He ignores that. There's Mbappe now. Can he do something special? Mbappe to Bakola. Oh my goodness. What a sliding tackle there by Bright. But Bruce still in possession. Rabiot gets a goal back, Bruce. It is 2-1. 60 minutes gone. My goodness. What is this sorcery? What a pass. Ah! Bright pulling out something really, really special from his pocket. You could see that long diagonal kickoff through pass there. Immediately that ball got onto the boots of Vinicius Jr. There was space in front of him. Surely he was going to bury that, and that he did. Bright has regained his 2-goal advantage just in seconds of going. My goodness. Bruce with an opportunity to cancel a goal back.
This second half has been end-to-end action from both players. Bruce scored, and Bright immediately replied that. And Bruce almost going and cutting the deficit down to 1 goal. I see a comment here saying, "Am I the only one expecting the Bruce comeback?" Immediately he made that comment. Bruce actually scored. Then Bright replied with a goal for himself. Well, the game is still wide open, and it could possibly happen.
Now by Bright. This is costly. Bright. I mean, why do players keep doing this? We have seen this happen 3 times today. Just at the edge of your post, you're giving seamlessly wasteful passes away in your post. And you see him being punished there as Bruce has gotten a goal. It is 3-2, 70 minutes gone.
And the game is still basically wide open here.
Still wide open. It will go either ways.
Any player could actually get the win.
Here is Bruce now on the attack. Dembele, Gabriel up to the task there, defending on point. So what's the best action for Bright at this moment? Hold out to this win or try as much as possible to get a goal, at least to stay in a comfortable position.
Knowing Bright, he will still keep going on the attack. He loves having possession, so it might actually help him to exploit some spaces in behind Bruce's defense. But he will definitely go for goals. Bright is that kind of player. He would love to score goals. He would definitely go for goals here.
Well, I think he's going for my tactic at the moment. Game management, 79 minutes. Can he hold on to this slim lead? 80 minutes gone now. Just 10 minutes left to play in game time. Bright is doing a good job at holding up possession. He might look to add another. Hendrick, oh my goodness, what a piece of skill! Ah! That almost ended up in the back of the net. Bright. It was a beautiful orchestrated attack there. You could see those skill moves and skill cancel there by Hendrick. And here is Bright doing his best to hold up possession. And you know how doing this is always risky. Once you lose the ball, it could spell doom for you. But Bright still sticking to that tactics of game management. 85 minutes, just 5 minutes left to play in game time. Time is running down. this point, Bruce should just activate the team press.
Yeah, I think you could see it's a 4-1 press currently. But one thing about Bright, he's the kind of player who he's comfortable on the ball. But how comfortable can you be when that press is coming forward? Well, we're about to find out.
It's 8 minutes, and Bright is just running to the byline of Bruce's defense. Can he hold on to this? Oh, beautiful play here. This is literally the best
This is the
game
best
management
I've
I
ever-
have seen
I have
so
ever-
far.
But-
Coming from this guy, Bright.
Basically, the final 10 minutes of the game, Bruce didn't have a shot, a touch on the ball.
Yeah.
Bright was actually able to game manage really well and not even let Bruce even when you could see Bruce activated the team press and tried to press high up the pitch, Bright he always found that empty option there and he was able to get this win. Yeah, that's really, really good for him. That's 9 points now for him.
Wonderful, wonderful gameplay there by this guy. Just a quick shout out to our sponsors for the Rivers Skirmish League. We see you, Gade Esports, doing the best for collaborating with us. Game Villa, the best in PH to get all your gadgets, your consoles, your devices, your headsets, literally anything gadgets. These guys, they have got it. Game Villa. We see Esports Federation of Nigeria. Thank you for endorsing us to do this here in River State. Our refreshment partners also, Just Chops. They've got the best of pastries here in Port Harcourt, from samosa to sprinkles to chops to everything you would think you need to uplift your taste buds. This guy, they have got it. Our media partners also, Esports, African News, and Nexal Gaming. Thank you so much for doing this with us. Hedera Studios, we also see you. Thank you for doing this. And our big partners, Game Aid. They have been with us right from the onset of the RSPL. Thank you for sticking with us. Say a big thank you, big shout out to you guys for sticking with us. We also see your box exchange, the best in cryptocurrency and gift card tradings. Yes, this is the best platform to exchange your gift card and to do your crypto tradings. A big shout out to y'all, our sponsors. We love what you're doing for us. We love you. Thank you. I mean, what can you say so far about this particular game between these two guys, Shoka and Larry?
Well, I would really love to see the public and winning prediction on this game.
I mean, yeah, just so that you can see that the public does not sit right well with Larry again. I mean, last time the whole world, predicted that this guy would lose. He shocked the whole world. Is he about to shock the whole world playing against Shocker now? We will find out. What do you think?
Well, I'm not going to go against Larry now. I know last time out I said Chukuchuku was bound to win that game, and I was surprised because Larry got the win, 5-1 win. So now I'm in for surprises. I've joined you in your quest of loving an underdog story. So yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to sit on the edge for this game.
Well, yes, Larry did play well in the last game, but come on, we're talking about Shocker here. This is somebody that is OP. This is somebody that gets wins, grinds out points, even out of losing possessions. I mean, Shocker is that guy. If there is anybody to win and make a statement in this league, it is Shocker. And so far, so good. He has not lost. He has only drawn two, one in his knockout stages and one also here in the Division 2 proper. This guy has not, he has been unbeaten so far. So beating Shocker is a very, very, very Herculean task. Something I don't think a random I'm in my mood now because I got 3 points. Nah, that's not going to cut it for you. You need to seriously bring up your 101% against this guy to get points off him.
Yeah, that's true. But one thing I'm just about Larry is that his gameplay is similar to Roland's gameplay. And against players who work best with chaos, I've seen Shoka struggle against players who are chaotic. They just want to get the ball and blast on the attack almost immediately. Well, I'm not saying Larry is going to defeat Shoka in this game, but his gameplay can help him actually do that because Larry works well with chaos, and Soccer is the kind of player who wants control. He likes a calm game. He wants everything to be calm. But Larry is not there for all those give me, I give you kind of football. He just wants to get those goals, straight counter-attacking master classes from him every time.
Well, Shoka is in the third position actually. 1-1, toppling him over with those beautiful, beautiful 4 wins in a row there. And that has displaced Shoka and put Shoka in the third position at the moment. Shoka will be looking to claim points. I mean, he has played a game less than these other guys, so he would be looking to grind out points from his 2 games today. Do you think Shoka is up for the task?
Well, of course, it's Soccer, the big name, and he definitely, if there's anyone, he definitely wants to be up for the task. Yeah. But like again, it's FC and anything is possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe just if I say coming here saying Shoka isn't Chukuchuku. Well, if someone actually told you that Larry was going to defeat Chukuchuku, I'm sure you would have argued. Well, that's why I'm sitting on the edge for this game. But ideally, everyone will expect Shoka to win. But then you can easily be surprised if you are not in the right frame of mind. And Larry now coming up the back of a 5-1 win, don't you think that will help him in this game? He knows, okay, I have defeated someone in which I was not a favorite against. Why can't I go for 2 in a row?
Well, it's more or less like asking for too much at this moment, or dreaming too much. I mean, not taking anything away from Larry's performance against Chukwuchukwu. That was 100/100. I mean, but going up against Chukwuchukwu, I mean, if he does this, this is going to be the biggest, the greatest gameplay of all times. I mean, for me, Larry taking on these two titans from Bielsa in a day. Defeated Chukwuchukwu there, and now he's up against Shoka. If he does this, well, we might just crown him the goat of Bielsa at this point.
Probably something similar, but well, the game is underway and it seems like Shoka is about to take the lead, and that beautiful ball there, and Shoka almost immediately has gone ahead.
I told you, and Mr. No Nonsense guy, Shoka, doesn't waste no time, gets its attack going, gets one-on-one with the goalkeeper, sends the keeper away to some other unknown world we don't know, and he slots that right into the back of the net. Larry, over to you. What is going to be your reply?
Well,
8 minutes gone.
he should just try to check. He needs something special against Shoka because now he has gone behind. In the game against Chukwuchukwu, he went ahead first, and well, now he might be equalizing because Ronaldo was in the box, and Dan Born is just too strong for him.
Defense there from Shoka. I mean, if he had just slipped up a bit in that defense, Larry would have buried that in the back of the net. I mean, surely it's Ronaldo, left and right. Anywhere he decides to put that ball into work. But Shoka now is in space. He shoots and it is parried away by Larry's goalkeeper. Shoka will take a corner shot. Here is Saka now. He's taking it a little bit too calm. Saka, oh my goodness, what a turn. Saka now in space. He tries to drag back Larry's defense. Was up to the task there. And now here is Larry now. Can he get this? Larry! Oh! Larry with an equalizer in the 16th minute. My goodness.
Like I told you, Larry is someone who would work with counter-attacks, and that's exactly how he got the goal. He's someone who loves a chaotic play. Shoka is the kind of guy that once chaos sets in, he tries as much as possible to control the game. But Larry, who works best with chaos, definitely is going to be a tough game for Shoka then.
Shoka was looking so comfortable there after that first goal in the 6 minutes. It was all too easy for him to get that goal, and immediately he did. He felt, nah, this is not my kind of hard game. It was so easy to get the first goal, so I should be getting, a lot from this particular game. I'm seeing a comment here from J. Cola. He said, "We are in for a ride." Surely we are in for a ride. I mean, Larry is not looking to sit by and let Shocker ride over him. He has replied Shocker almost immediately. And Henry Shocker now with the drag back. Shocker will rush forward! Shocker back in the lead. 26 minutes. Surely we are in for a ride between these two. Shocker has replied. Larry, what say you now?
Well, Shocker almost making everyone eat their words immediately with that beautiful crafted goal there. You could see he gave a lot of cutbacks and Rashford just at the edge of the area, calling that past the goalkeeper, and Shocker finally back in the lead, 2-1.
Shocker doesn't look like he's stopping. He's still attacking again. Rice ricocheted off a defender there. And Rashford was in an offside position to get that ball. Shocker is somebody who, once he starts attacking, he does not stop. I mean, he reminds me of Venom. Anytime he steps his foot on the throttle, it is, I must finish this attack some way, somehow. And here is Harry Kane to bury this. Ooh. Just came off the body of a defender there. Larry doing his best to not let this goal run away from him. It is 2-1 at the moment. He's trying his possible best to at least stay within reach of Shocker. Here is Larry now, attacking, taking his time. Ronaldo gives it to Bruno Fernandes, but was muzzled off the ball there by Dan Burn.
Yeah, Dan Burn has been really immense for Shocker. I think he's made 2 crucial blocks in this game from Larry, not letting Larry get his shot off twice, and now could actually say he's been the man of the match for Shocker up until this moment.
Here is Shocker again, asking the questions. Evan Tony to Mino, to Rice, to Rashford. He's looking for the in behind runner in Rice. Rice, can he find Rice? Yes, he does. Rice again to Saka. Shocker just taking his time. And here is Mino. Can he find a pass? Harry Kane! That was almost at the back of the net there. Corner taken quickly. Shocker, surely he is not comfortable with just a 1-goal lead. He will need 1 more or 2 more to get comfortable. Larry doing the best to defend this really, really well. Half time, ladies and gentlemen, between these two. Shocker against Larry. And it has not been a one-sided game, actually.
Yeah, I must say Larry has defended pretty well against Shocker. Shocker is the kind of guy to keep mounting the pressure on you, and Larry, you can say that he's actually coped a little bit well with the pressure because it's just a 1-goal deficit and anything can happen. He can probably just get a goal and that just changes the outcome or changes how this game goes.
The second half is on the way between these two, Shocker and Larry. Is that an offside? Doesn't look to be an offside. Harry Kane! Oh my goodness. I think he hesitated there because he thought that was offside.
Yeah, you could see him doing those ball rolls to see maybe if the referee was going to blow the whistle, but the referee didn't, and by then Larry had been able to regroup and at least his goalkeeper saved it from being in the back of the net.
Corner kick now for Shocker. I'm definitely sure he's looking for a 2-goal advantage. And that's the reason he keeps on mounting pressure. And Larry so far has been able to soak up that pressure. His defense doing a good job at holding Shocker. But no! That defense has been broken through. Shocker now with a 2-goal advantage. Just what he has been looking for all day. He has finally gotten it. And this game looks to be running away from Larry at the moment.
I think in the second half, Larry hasn't been able to even build up at all. In the first half, you could see those passes, but right in the start of the second half, or right from the end of the first half, Larry hasn't really been able to get those passes in, and he's been really struggling because Shocker has just been having the ball most of the time.
I mean, he has been struggling, Larry. He has used all his energy to focus on defending. And he was doing that to still stay in reach with Shocker. But at this point, I mean, how long can you defend against Shocker? He has extended his goal advantage to 3. And surely now, Shoka is in cruise mood. It's just a question of how many more goals can he score, because surely I think this is sealed. Shoka is definitely taking the 3 points in this fixture.
Yeah, Shoka is not one of those players to throw away a lead. That's especially by a huge goal margin. Except you really have something special up your sleeve. So you could actually say this game is done for Larry because course Shoka wouldn't want to throw away this lead. He knows he needs those 3 points. He's fighting for the Rsdl title and he knows his quality. So yeah, it's 70 minutes on the clock, but I could say yeah, it's basically over.
I mean, Mr. Morale was the only player to put a dent there in his records in the Rsdl, taking him to a draw. I'm seeing the comment here saying ordinary person know they carry the name Shoka. I mean, yeah, he's an amazing player. It took a lot for Mr. Morale to hold him out to a draw there. And I'm sure he's hunting for points at the moment because he's third on the table currently. I think this win will see him climb up to second.
Yeah.
And he still has one more game today to play. And that will come against the man who is top of the table, El Dorado. That is a game to watch out for, ladies and gentlemen. The two big dogs will grind it out today to see who will remain on top. El Dorado versus Shoka. Possibly the biggest game of the Rsdl, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. It's one most of the fans would have been watching out for right from the start. And that game is going to be aired live today. I know what even raises the stakes because this might be, I don't know, can I say it's a title decider this early on? Because
it's way too early. I mean, oh my goodness, what a ball scoop there, Shoka. If he buries this, my goodness, Larry's defense has saved him from going a goal down again. I mean, I think Larry just lost his bearing here in the second half. He was doing a bit much, trying his possible best to at least hold on to Shoka in this game. But, I mean, Shoka being Shoka, like that comment said, ordinary person know the answer, Shoka. So you could see this guy can't hold him down for long. It just depends. You need something special to take points off this particular guy. And we saw that in Mr. Morale. I mean, that was very, very beautiful gameplay from Mr. Morale there. Offside? Yes, it is.
Mr. Morale's PJ actually saying Mr. Morale was the man who onboarded him to gaming, and
oh wow,
it's actually his mentor. So you could see why Mr. Morale is already a big name, and yesterday he showed why he has that big name, holding Shoka to a 3-all draw, or would we even say Shoka held him to a 3-all draw because I feel he had the upper hand most of the time in that game against Shoka yesterday.
Well, is it GG's for Larry?
Yeah, definitely. He knows. Would you say he put up a good fight because it could have been more than this?
Yeah, if the game ended in the first half, I could applaud Larry. I mean, but it's a game of two halves, and Shoka left his best for the last in the second half, and we await the referee's whistle at this point. And that is it. Larry, who was able to take points away from Chuku, has struggled against this BY pro gamer Shoka. Well, just before we head into the next fixture, we'll head for a quick ad break, and when we are back, more fixtures for you to feast your eyes on. Do not go anywhere, stick to your screens. We'll be back shortly. Thank you very much. All right, guys, welcome back. As you can see on our screens, the next match is between Mr. Murat and Roland. We can see Roland here, who faced off against Cold Snow earlier today. What a game that was!
Well, on your screen, you can see both players, Roland and Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale, the man who was able to hold Shoka to a 3-all draw match day 3. And today he will look to continue on his unbeaten streak because he's not been beaten over the past 2 games. He will look to continue against Roland. On the other hand, Roland has been kind of going bad for him ever since the first win against Machala. He's not kind of gotten his foot back because he's been on a losing streak, and he'll be looking to change that against Mr. Morale. Maybe, just maybe, he can kickstart his winning streak back. But against someone like Mr. Morale now, he's fighting for the Rsdl title. How do you see Roland coping against this guy?
Well, it's big. It's big. It's really, really tough. I mean, Roland came into the scene and he has been amazing. Actually, this is something we didn't expect to see from this guy. Some persons wrote him off. I mean, being a newbie on the scene, but he has proved himself. I mean, he has not had so much of a bad performance per se. I mean, well, yes, he's still in I think top of the relegation zone. He's in the 10th position actually, with just 3 points from 4 games. But so far, so good. Um, I would say he's all that bad. I mean, he's just starting off. It depends on this game against Mr. Morale now, and I think he might just give Mr. Morale a run for his money. Not taking anything away from Mr. Morale anyway. I mean, Mr. Morale has been amazing. You can see him there in the 5th position, just behind Chuku there, with 6 points from 4 games. And the 5th game will be against Roland. And we could see yesterday where he grinded out the draw against Shocker. Um, I mean, that does a lot to his mentals and his gameplay. Now he is playing against Roland, and I'm pretty sure the public prediction will put Mr. Morale in pole position to take 3 points, but we will find out in a bit as we head into gameplay proper between these two. Roland taking on Mr. Morale, and we Mr. Morale is using Netherlands and Roland using France. 10 minutes played already, and we've seen a goal and another goal again coming from Roland. 2-0. My goodness, I wish we saw the first goal earlier. If only the production team showed us that early enough. But notwithstanding, Roland. I'm seeing the comments here. Wow, this is coming in really late, actually. All things being equal, Mr. Moral should win, but I just want to see Roland happy. My friend, choose one, Mr. Daniel. Choose one. No, they confuse us. All things is not being equal at the moment because Roland is in the lead. And I'm seeing another comment coming in here. That happiness is not coming today. Meaning he's rooting for Mr. Morale, but surely it seems I saw a smile from Roland immediately he got that second goal. Almost getting a third there. Wow.
2 quick fire goals under 10 minutes, and he's still mounting on the pressure. That means, yeah, Mr. Morale needs to fix up. This guy is just coming off a draw with Shocker. Everyone is expecting him to be able to walk over Roland, but again, that is not what's happening so far.
And here is Roland with another opportunity. My goodness. Roland, in how many minutes? It's 3 goals up. This is unbelievable. Wow.
Can he start celebrating now? I know the game is still long, it's still far from over, and Mr. Morale can score 3 quick fire goals, but I don't see a world where Roland would want to give up a 3 goal lead now. And now he should just probably lock up shops and just maybe pack the bus. I don't know.
Today is just full of surprises. I mean, we saw one earlier, Larry against Chukuchuku. Larry going 3 goals up there against Chukuchuku and totally making Chukuchuku play a pattern of play that we are not used to seeing. And he grinded out a win, a 5-1 win there from Chukuchuku. And now we are seeing Roland do almost the same thing here against Mr. Morale. In 23 minutes in game time gone already, and we are seeing Roland so comfortable, 3 goals up, and my goodness, this is something I did not expect, most especially from a guy like Mr. Morale who grinded up points. And here is Roland was just offside. I mean,
he was about to cut that ball back to Mbappe to score an empty net, but unfortunately for him, it just happened to be offside. But well, I don't think he will beat himself up too much. He's up 3 goals, but he would have definitely loved the 4th today.
Well, it is all Mr. Morale at the moment. He has it all to do at the moment, and his attack is not really having that bite that I expected to see. I mean, earlier on, week 1, he used BVB Dortmund, and you could tell that was his go-to team. But, the World Cup edition demands that we use national teams, and he has opted for Netherlands. And so far, I've not been able to see that crucial, attacks from this particular side, Netherlands. Maybe he's a slow grower into the game. Oh, look at that. Surely a chance to finish. And Roland defended that really, really well. 35 minutes gone. And Mr. Morale has not yet had a clear-cut chance to at least get a goal in this particular fixture.
Like I said earlier, I remember in the Larry versus Shocker game, I was like, Roland is the kind of guy that Larry plays a lot like Roland. They work with counter-attacks and they thrive off chaotic football. Mr. Morale, a bit similar to Shocker, wants to always have control over the game, but Roland, being chaotic enough, was able to get 2 quick-fire goals and get a 3rd immediately. And then, since then, Mr. Morale has been actually struggling.
Well, it's almost halftime, and Mr. Morale with a chance now to at least get a goal. What a sliding tackle there by Upamecano.
Roland is probably the only player I've seen that actually uses the sliding tackle option, because almost all players make it look like it's forbidden.
Over the top through ball. Roland in space. Can he convert this? What was that from Bakola? How can you throw such an ability? This is the second time he's doing such a disastrous move, honestly. 2 golden opportunities for him to go 5 goals up, and he's thrown them away. Well, we're into the second half. We will see what energy Mr. Morale brings into this game. He needs a reply, and he needs it quickly.
Seems all his passes have not been on point, Aaron.
I don't know what's wrong with Mr. Morale today. See, that's the thing with the league. There's a chance there. Pushed off wide. Corner kick now to Mr. Morale. He takes it long. He drops it down to Van der Ven. Can he convert? Van der Ven shoots wide. He came off the body of a defender. It's a corner kick. Mr. Morale now. And Roland has dealt with that in a no-nonsense way. Throwing now to Mr. Morale. 51 minutes gone. I've seen a comment here saying, could it be that Mr. Morale is not used to playing with country teams? What do you think, Himzat?
I really can't tell, but it's 95 rated, and That's it. So I feel everyone is equal. So it's definitely a skill something. I'm not saying Roland is probably the better player, but as 95 rated, that means it's all what you have, all your skills that are coming to use here. Not kickoff, not the usual kickoff where some players might have better pace and agility than the other. So I really can't tell what's going wrong with Mr. Morale, considering the fact that this same Netherlands team he used yesterday, he actually almost defeated Shocker. He put up a good
My
fight
goodness.
against Shocker. Maybe, just maybe,
My
he can
goodness.
actually start a comeback there. But that was a beautiful save there from.
Don't you think he should have just, passed? There was a player running in behind just in that box there. So that's the thing with going behind by a large margin. Now you start overthinking things. Passes that you're supposed to clearly see, you stop seeing them. Or just because you want to get a goal so bad. And here is an opportunity. My goodness. Just off the body of Upamecano there. Surely that was ending up in the back of the net if Upamecano was not in the line of that shot. Rudana with a comment saying today is not just his day. Joy is coming for Roland. I'm going to say honestly, this brings me to the comments earlier saying I don't think Mr. Morale is too good with national teams. I mean, we could see when he was using Dortmund, he was so comfortable. I mean, defensively, attacking, and in the balance of his gameplay. But I'm not seeing that chemistry here with the Netherlands team. It's as if everything seems too new to him. Everything seems too strange for him. His transitions, the sequence of his passes, everything is just a little bit off. It's definitely not the Mr. Morale that we know.
Yeah, definitely not the Mr. Morale we know. Definitely not the Mr. Morale we saw against Shocker. Well, he's about to reply, and yes, he's going to go back, and maybe, just maybe, he can actually pull this off because we are just 70 minutes in game time, and there's more than enough time for him to actually score 2 to 3 goals, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Good one to pull a goal back. At least this was something that Chukwuchukwu could not do earlier against Larry. To pull a goal back and still have enough time to at least try to do damage. 70 minutes gone. 3-1 Roland to Mr. Morale. Can Mr. Morale get at least a goal back to get into the conversation?
Well, maybe, I wouldn't write Mr. Morale off yet. He's just 1 or 2 counter away from probably getting
Can you
another
see the way
goal.
Roland is beautifully holding up to this ball?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised because, we all know Roland, he's the kind of player that he doesn't even want to have possession. He just wants to counter. But now, I think he might have to switch that because he's not the one chasing the game. It's different if he was chasing the game, but now Mr. Morale is the one chasing the game, so he wants to keep more possession to see if he can defend with the ball and, well, probably add 1 or 2 more goals.
Goodness, the defense of Roland is just almost perfect. Look at that sliding tackle there again. He doesn't care. He's going to get carded for that, surely. And here is Mr. Morale. A chance now to at least get a goal back. Make it 3-0. Reduce the deficit. Mr. Morale cuts back. And the keeper out of his 6-yard box to make that save. A chance again. Wow, look at that sliding tackle from Roland. No nonsense defending there. A chance. With that up through, Oli say he has players in front of him. Mr. Morale could go. He could go from bad to worse now. I do not know what Roland was thinking in that moment.
That was a chance to get the 4th goal and probably bury this game.
My goodness, 84 minutes. Surely Mr. Morale has to score from this attack now. The sliding tackles from Roland is something so spectacular. I'm seeing a comment from Duru Daniel saying, Roland don't turn him to war. It is war at the moment now for this guy, Roland. Everything to take away that goal from Mr. Morale. Everything to prevent Mr. Morale from scoring at this moment is what he is going to try and do. But if he can add 1 more, why not? 88 minutes. Surely all hope is lost now at this point.
Like I said, Roland thrives with chaos, and now Mr. Morale trying to play the chaotic football Roland loves it's not just working out for him. Roland, he's the kind of player who those sliding tackles, he's not afraid to make them. He will make those sliding tackles as long as he knows he will get the ball and he can see it there
Imagine,
again.
my goodness. This is sliding plus masterclass from this guy. Mr. Roland, give yourself a round of applause. I mean, this guy, he's beginning to look like the dark horse in this game, toppling off big players that we think would cause problems to him. You could see the way he saw off Machala there in week one. And now again, he's putting up this performance against this big guy, Mr. Morale. Wow.
Yeah, very disappointing performance from Mr. Morale because coming off the back of a 3-0 draw against Soccer, because in that game against Soccer, he had the upper hand. He could have easily won that game, but Soccer needed the last minute equalizer to get something out of that game. And now you'd be expecting that against Roland, who has been on a losing streak ever since he won his first game against Machala, he would have easily gotten the win, but that wasn't the case. I'm sure he's disappointed in himself because now the league is wide open. He knows that it's still a long way to go. He can probably still finish in the top three, but him losing this game to Roland doesn't help his chances.
Wow. That is the end of that fixture. Next up, we will see Bruce take on in the Boski. Bruce earlier had a game with Bright where Bright came out victorious. Uh, Bruce now needs all the points he can get. And what better way to grind for points than to meet the out of form in the Boski at the moment? What do you think about this particular fixture?
Well, it's going to be a really tricky game. Probably a couple of years ago, you would have said the Indaboski of 2024 probably is running away with this. But with the performances we've seen from this guy this season, it's not really up to the standard that you'd expect. And especially coming off the bat of a 6-2 loss to El Dorado yesterday. Well, wow. I really can't. It's going to be a tough game, definitely. I don't know.
Bruce taking on Indaboski. Indaboski has not been able to cross over into the top 10 ever since week one, and it is a struggle for him. I think he has won only one game, and that game came against the game in which Indaboski won.
Yeah, he won a game yesterday, and I think that was against Chisco Fingers. Yeah, in the Bosi, he was finally able to get his first 3 points yesterday, and again, it was at the expense of Chisco. So but then El Dorado quickly sent him back to his that was default settings with a total domination and obliteration of Indaboski. But well, I'm sure he's looking to get back to winning ways against Bruce. On the other hand, Bruce has already lost today to Bright, so Bruce will be looking to also win a game because he's currently on 5 points after 5 games played. It's not something we have expected after watching him play in the knockout round, but the knockout round and the league phase are two entirely different things. So you could understand why it's not going almost as well as you would have expected.
Well, Bruce Indaboski, I think it's a game in which we're going to see goals. Indaboski, if he can get points from this particular fixture, then I might probably say he is in pole position to actually climb up the table. Because, I mean, earlier he faced off El Dorado. El Dorado, who is in magnificent, outstanding, sizzling form. I mean, losing against El Dorado, I'm not going to fault you at this point.
Of course, losing against El Dorado, you can't fault anybody to losing against El Dorado because he's one of the best in the city. There's a reason his name is well known in Port Harcourt City because he's one of the best. So him losing to El Dorado, and especially in the form that he was, it's not something you can really fault. El Dorado is unbeaten so far in the Rsdl this season. So yeah, I don't think anyone losing to El Dorado should actually be a big deal at this point. Well, on your screen, both players, Bruce are still setting up their teams. Bruce and Indabuski. I know his fans have been saying he's still our goat. Yeah, obviously, because of the name, of course, what he's done in the past. He said he just came out of retirement to play in the Rsdl, and the post-retirement gameplay hasn't really been in his favor because he's been losing and losing, and finally he was just able to get a win yesterday on match day 3, the second or the first day of match week 2. Today he'll be looking to get his second win. On the
Well,
other
quick
hand,
question.
Bruce.
And sorry for interrupting, but quick question. I just want to ask, what do you think is the problem of Ndaboski? I mean, earlier I heard you say he's refusing to adapt to the meta of the FC 26, wherein he keeps on opting for his 4-3-3 attack. And I don't think I've seen anybody recently use that formation.
Yeah, I don't know why he's since I knew in Dabuski he uses 4-3-3 attack, and up until now he still uses that formation. I don't know the reason why he doesn't want to adapt to the meta of the 4-5-1, the 4-1-4-1, or even the 4-4-1-1. He has his reasons. Maybe he's more comfortable playing in the 4-3-3 attack, but it doesn't just seem to be working. So I just feel maybe he should flip the switch and try something new. Maybe, just maybe, it can actually get him back to winning ways. Because even yesterday, you could see in the comments, some people were saying, just adapt to the meta, just do what the meta says, and maybe you can grind out the win. But in the Bruski, he seems to be a bit rigid because he hasn't changed. He's just unchangeable, probably. So yeah, that could be one of the reasons. But well, he against Bruce too, who has only one win out of his past 5 games. Yeah, no better way to get your second win. Both players will be looking to see if they can grab their second win in this Rsdl campaign. Remember, Bruce drew his first 2 games, then he won his game, then he lost 2 games. Now that means he has 5 points out of 5 games. Ndaboski, on the other hand, has just 3 points because he's lost 3 out of that should be 4 games he's played. This is about to be his 5th game. Maybe, just maybe, he can get his second win.
There's another fixture here. The fixtures that have been postponed. Chuku Chuku against Mr. Moral and Roland against Coldest Snow. Due to some reasons, those fixtures will be featured in our next week, which is week 3. But yes, we will head into gameplay proper. Bruce taking on Ndaboski. Both players looking for their second win in the Rsdl. Bruce in France's colors. Okay, both players are using France actually. I think Bruce is in the blue and white shorts, and France is, and Ndaboski is in the away shorts. That's the all white, I think.
Yeah, it seems like a light blue or white. Yeah.
So just basically, Bruce is in blue and Ndaboski in the white colors. Let's just say that. I just see Magnan chest strap that one.
It just reminds me of that Premier League player. That should be Dan Brown, who chested the ball to his goalkeeper.
Dan Brown, I think that's Lewis Dunk.
Lewis Dunk, yeah,
Lewis Dunk. Doing that. Well, 10 minutes gone, and it's been a slow start for the two. The other players have asked questions of each other's defense. It still seems level-headed at this point. But possession mostly has been with Bruce.
Yeah, actually, Ndaboski has been struggling to see if he can build up something. But Bruce having possession doesn't mean he's been really threatening. It's just been the cycle of possession. Well, the first goal is very vital in this game because then
very vital.
The opponent starts chasing.
Here is Bruce now with that incisive through pass to Mbappe. If he can get... Oh, my goodness. He didn't even need to beat that defender. He just shot it straight into the top left corner. And Bruce draws first blood. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful for his confidence there. At least now he knows he's in the lead. And Ndaboski will want to start chasing the game, probably sending more players forward. And you know what it means when you start sending more players forward? It means your defense is going to be left exposed. And Bruce is someone to always capitalize on situations like that. Well, we're about to see if he actually does.
And here is Bruce again. Oh, almost getting at the end of that through pass there. Ndaboski behind, waiting for his reply at this moment as he attacks. Scope Mbappe to his left. He has given it to him. Mbappe, borrow scoop. You can see that offside trap being activated there by Bruce, sending out all his players and giving little or no options for Indaboski to pick out players from. Bruce now attacking again. Taking his time with Rabiot, looking for that in behind runner. He gives it to Bakola. Oof, Indaboski's defense up to the task there. Defending so well. "30 minutes gone in game time. Bruce against Indaboski, and Bruce is in the lead. 1 goal.
I think it's been all Bruce right from the start.
Yeah, it's been all Bruce. I mean, this is Indaboski's first attempt. First real attempt. And it's not even, I mean, it's a shot from outside the post. Here is Bruce now. Intercepted Indaboski. He needs to give us something to look out for in the first half. Over the top through pass. The referee raises his flag for an offside. It's been so slow for Indaboski, don't you think?
Yeah, really slow, and it doesn't seem like he's getting better anytime soon, because with the amount of pressure Bruce is mounting on him, he'll need something special to actually get that goal. And there you could see those
Talking about
elasticals, a
something
couple
special.
of elasticals
Wow.
there. Yeah,
If
almost.
that move had pulled through, my goodness. But here is Bruce, the simple guy. No skill move sets, no player locks. He just does the basics, and he does it so well. Well, we are at the verge of halftime. And this might look like the last attack for Indaboski. He needs to orchestrate this well. Mbappe to Cherki, gives it to Dembele. On the turn, Dembele in open space!
Replying that comment there, saying, "Chow, you are better than this. Step up." Immediately getting the equalizer just right before halftime.
Wonderful there from Indaboski to at least grind out a goal there before the halftime whistle. It was really important. I mean, for all his work he has put in the first half. It is 1-1 between these two. Second half, and the ball is rolling. Bruce against Indaboski. It is 1-1. Remember, Bruce is in the France's blue colors, while Indaboski is in France's away colors. And here is Indaboski now in possession. He has player locked Mbappe. The ball gets to him. My goodness! The bruiser wasn't enough to dispossess Mbappe off that ball there. Surprisingly, that ball still stuck on the foot of Mbappe. And Indaboski finally got his shot away, and that has earned him a beautiful goal. For the first time in this game, Indaboski is ahead. 2-1. Here is Bruce now, looking for a reply to that goal. He gets it! Yes, he does! And it's 2-2. And just minutes after going behind, he has grinded his way up to get an equalizer. It is 2-2 between these two. Bruce getting that lovely goal there from Olise. And here is Bruce again on the attack. That attack didn't have enough bite in it. Indaboski picks up the scraps there from a loose pass. 60 minutes in game time. It is Indaboski asking the questions now. Good defense there by Bruce. He might turn this into attack. He does. Mbappe now orchestrating things from the middle. And here is Indaboski again. Can he get something out of that pass? It was intercepted really well. And Indaboski couldn't find that precise pass down the middle. It's almost 70 minutes. And these two cannot be separated by goals at this point. Look at that directional runs there. Ndaboski just ignoring it. Oh! My goodness, that would have been a wonderful goal there from Ndaboski. He will settle for the corner. He takes his shot. Sir Emery. Still a little bit too quiet for Ndaboski. He's taking his time to orchestrate this perfectly. And that attack has come to naught. Here is Bruce now. Wow.
I actually thought Ndaboski was going for the far post with that shot, but he decided to go for the low driven near post, and the goalkeeper was just positioned perfectly and was able to save that. And Ndaboski, I'm sure he reeled that missed chance because that was the chance for him to go ahead once in this game.
Sunside, my goodness. How did Bruce pull that off?
Wow.
A goal out of literally nothing. This guy is just something. He wasn't mounting any pressure. Just 1-2 quick passes. And he found a way to just slot that ball into the back of the net. Ndaboski now in the box. Surely he can get an equalizer from this. And that attack has fizzled out. This is against the run of play, honestly. Bruce with the chance running at the goalkeeper. He chips him. Oh! Bruce turning the game on its head here. It was all Ndaboski in the past few minutes. And this guy, Bruce, pulling off a cheap shot like that, it's not even worthy to get a reaction out of this guy. Reactionless as always. He has, at this point, looks like he has decimated Ndaboski. This is really, really a dagger to Ndaboski's chest at this point because Ndaboski was playing some really, really exquisite FC game in there. I mean, the tricks, the moves, the player locks, but he just couldn't. I mean, those statistics don't win you games. Goals does. And that exactly, oh my goodness, Ndaboski, nice. Gets himself one more goal back. Cuts the deficit, it is 4-3. We are in for a hell of
an end, you must say.
An end? Yeah. We are 5 minutes more to play for. And Bruce, we might just see him stick to the game management at this point. But it is really, really sad. Oh my goodness, Ndaboski now with the ball. Surely he can do something with this. He gets the ball back to Cheki. He's taking his time with this and has been dispossessed. Surely it's over now.
Definitely. Or wait.
What is Bruce doing? Referee. Can the referee hold out? Nah, he doesn't. It's been a really, really sad campaign for Ndaboski, honestly.
Definitely not what he expected coming out from retirement. These guys are telling him to go back to where he came from, and he might actually consider it at the end of this Rsdl campaign. Who knows?
I mean, we were seeing some good gaming from this guy. What went wrong? What actually went wrong? Because he was playing really, really well at some point in the second half.
I think that Bruce's third goal kindly put him off balance because that goal came out of thin air there because no one expected that. We actually thought it was offside, but Dembele happened to be onside, and Bruce 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. There's basically only one outcome. He was able to capitalize on that and go ahead in the game. And I think that was when Ndaboski lost all composure, and that's when the game flew out of his hands.
Well, finally, for the game of the day, El Dorado going against Shocker, and the surprising statistics on our screen. The public winning prediction giving El Dorado 98% chance of defeating Shocker. Himsas, I do not definitely agree with this. This is a 50-50 winning prediction for both players for me. I do not know who brought about this statistics, but nah, I don't agree with this. Do you?
Definitely don't agree with it. Of course, it's shocker. The guy is unbeaten right from the start, right from the qualification stages up until this moment. So El Dorado having 98% chance of winning against Shocker. It's just crazy to start with. I know you might look at the league position and say, okay, El Dorado is first and Shocker is third, but that shouldn't matter because in no world does El Dorado have a 98% chance of winning against Shocker. But well, it's an open game. Shocker has seen this now and would probably want to reply with probably with a win. Yes, he definitely wants a win in this. So well, Eldorado on the other hand wants to keep his unbeaten streak, or rather wants to keep his winning streak because he hasn't dropped points at all. But well, the game is coming up, and we would really love to see how that plays out. But before we go into that, on your screens you can see the University of Port Harcourt will be hosting a tournament, King of the Port. It's going to be holding at Uniport campus. It's a Uniport campus esports tournament. You see the prize pool there, 100,000 naira, 16 players, and it's going to be holding from July the 4th to the 18th of July 2026. So if you know, or if you think you know that you are one of the best in the University of Port Harcourt, about 60,000 students, and we'll be looking to see who is the best in the University of Port Harcourt. If you know you are the best, one of the best, you can come and compete here at the King of the Port 2026.
But can anybody compete, or you have to be a student of the University of Port Harcourt?
Well, I think you have to be a student of the University of Port Harcourt because it's being held from by the SUG to see who is the best in Port Harcourt in Uniport. So, the title is actually held by E43 esports gamer in 11. So now they're looking to see if someone can actually claim that title from him. And well, I know there are lots of good players in Uniport, and Bruce, for example, is one from there. So if you think you know that you are one of the best, you can register for this 16 players for the prize pool of 100,000 naira.
Well, you heard the guys, King of the Port coming up soon, July 4th to 18th. Get this on your calendar. If you know anyone who is currently in Uniport and is a good gamer, so far you are a Uniport student, you have an opportunity to participate in this. This is a chance to be crowned the King of the Port. Well, this is the last game of the day today. El Dorado taking on Shocker. Well, aside the public winning prediction, if you're tuning in live, do well to drop your predictions. Do well to let us know on TikTok, on YouTube. This is live on both platforms. So do well to drop your predictions in the comment section. Who do you think will climb the ladder today? Will El Dorado remain at the top, or will Shocker bring him down?
Well, one thing for sure is that El Dorado respects Shocker, but coming to this game, you have to throw that respect out of the window, or else you might not play the way you usually play against someone you feel you're better than. And Shocker knows that El Dorado respects him, and El Dorado, he's the kind of player that he may respect you, but he wouldn't like want to throw away the game just because of respect. He would take the fight to you head on. We saw it in the game against Doom. That was one of the most anticipated games back then in the RSPL on March Day 3. And Eldorado took the game to Doom, and the game ended in a 2-all draw. So I expect something similar against Shocker. But now the problem is after that draw against Doom, Eldorado fell off. So now if he now happens to draw against Shocker here, could this be a repeat of what happened in the RSPL, or can his mentality still carry him through? Because he's kind of guy that once he drop points, things seem to go downhill. But well, that's why he definitely looking not to drop points in this game against Shocker.
It is dicey for me. I at this point cannot make a decision of who is the better player between the two. I mean, we have seen El Dorado lots of times. We have seen him come back from difficult situations. We have seen him grow in the esports scene, most especially in the RSL scene. And we saw that last season in the RSPL. his, shall I say, downfall started when he drew against Doom, and it has been all downhill for him since then. But ever since getting relegated into the Rsdl, we have seen that he has been a little bit more mature now with his gameplay. We've seen that he manages games better these days. He knows games with which he's going to, pour out goals. He knows games with which he is going to sit back and control the game. He knows games with which he tries to kill the momentum way, way, way too early into the game so as not to give his opponents any chance or any sight of getting back into the game. If you ask me, that is maturity from Eldorado. But Shocker, on the other hand, this is a player that has been well too known in the scene, in the gaming scene. And this is somebody that is not new to pressure. If you're talking about somebody who can withstand all manner of pressure, it is this guy you are looking at, Shocker. And he is about to do that with the man who is at the top, Eldorado, in a bit. Eldorado against Shocker coming up now. You can see Eldorado picking Spain and Shocker going for England to do battle between themselves right about now. We're seeing a comment here from Augustine saying save the best for last. Well, exactly. I mean, you see an Arsenal versus Man City game on a weekend full of gameplays, and surely you would love to see that game being played on a Sunday night, right? At least the end to a beautiful weekend, and that is exactly what we are about to give you, as Eldorado is the one asking the questions early on into the game, but could not find that last pass there to give him an option at shooting, getting an attempt in this particular picture. But here is Shocker now. Shocker! Shocker has shown first blood in the 9th minute. That came out from a defensive piece of work from Shocker. I mean, from defense to attack in just a split second. That shows you that this guy is not somebody that you need to be giving a lot of room. He has several ways to do damage to you, and he has done that perfectly.
That was a terrible mistake from Eldorado. I actually thought the defender got to that ball in Cucurella, but he just lost the ball there to Saka, and Saka in acres of space, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. There was only one outcome.
Here is Eldorado looking to reply that goal. Dispossess of the ball. Eldorado committing too many body forwards there in that attack that was defended and turned into an attack there for Shocker. Eldorado should be wary of those moves here on out.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about Eldorado is that when it comes to adapting to a style of play, he's not really into that. He just sticks to what works for him. Possession game, even when he's losing, maybe you expect him to work with counter-attacks. No, he rather does pass and see to break the defense. Well, he's down by a goal against Shocker, and let's see how he adapts to this.
Well, here is Eldorado now with a chance. Defended really well there. My goodness! Oh, so risky there from Shocker. Very, very nervy. This is not something you should do against a caliber of player like Eldorado. Now we see that long diagonal pass there from Shocker. Completely ignored the midfield, sent that ball to Ram. My goodness, what kind of skill pass move is that? Shocker shocking me right in my seat here.
Wow.
And here is Shocker playing it cool now, trying to take the steam off the gameplay for a bit. Some crisp passing just, between his defenders. Inviting Eldorado to pull more players out. And Eldorado, smart as always, knowing that is a trap. He's just sitting patiently waiting for him. Eldorado now with the ball. Surely he must start out an attack with this. Delays it a little bit. Omo. He's got players in front of him. Lamine Yamal to his right. Tries to send it to him, but good anticipation there from Shocker. 32 minutes gone between these two, and Shocker is still in the lead with that early strike. That was a masterclass, turning defense into attack there. To give Shocker the lead. Here is Rashford. Pulled off the ball there by Llorente. El Dorado now, 35 minutes. He needs to do the most with this attack at the moment. Iglesias to Pedri. Pedri sends it back to Iglesias and Shoka! My goodness, a blunder in his defending has given El Dorado a chance to equalize. This is disgraceful from Shoka. He did this earlier in the game. He wasn't immediately punished. He has done it again against El Dorado. And surely it is one beaten, twice shy. El Dorado surely now has punished him. And it is 1-1. This is all Shoka's own doing.
This has been a really, really immense game. You know, at the start, Shoka's goal was due to an El Dorado mistake, and now El Dorado's goal has been due to a Shoka mistake. Shoka is dancing in the box.
Oh my goodness! Shoka taking back the lead almost immediately. This guy giving El Dorado his run for his money. 43 minutes, and this game is far from done.
You can say it's an evenly balanced game because every time El Dorado goes forward, it seems like a goal is about to pop out from nowhere. And the same can be said for Shoka, and it's 2-1 in just the first half. You could say, well, the first half is over, and Shoka in the lead, grabbing the lead late on in the first half because he did some giveaways at the other end of his pitch, and El Dorado was able to equalize.
This is the very first time in the Rsdl that El Dorado is going into the second half behind. And that is done by no other man other than Shoka, the only person to get that statistics against El Dorado. Second half is underway, and it's been a bit, here is Shoka again, giving away passes too cheaply. He has been fond of doing this all game. We saw one there that cost him a goal. If there's one thing he needs to get right, he needs to be 100. I don't even need to tell him this. He knows he needs to be 101% against a player like El Dorado. I'm not going to say it's pressure that's making him give away passes too cheaply, because, come on, if there's anybody who can eat up pressure, it is this guy, Shoka.
Or could you say El Dorado is cutting out the passing lanes a bit too well? Because this is not the usual Shoka. El Dorado is someone who is right analog switching, is one of the best here, and you could see there with the walkthrough.
Lamine Yamal at the end of that through pass. Oh, look at that bruiser there from O'Reilly, doing the work to dispossess Yamal off that ball. Beautiful work there. One time through pass. Harry Kane, can he bury this? The keeper, Unai Simon, rushing out for El Dorado and doing the job from preventing that attack to turning into something serious. El Dorado now behind, looking for a goal to reply in this second half. Shoka dispossessed that ball too quickly.
You see, that first time through pass there reminded me of the Dexter El Dorado game. I don't know if you remember, but 2 out of the 3 goals Dexter scored El Dorado in that game were as a result of that first time up throw. And I think El Dorado must have known now coming into this game against Shoka to probably defend that a little bit better.
Here is Shoka again with Rashford running down the left-hand side. He ball rolls to Rice. Rice looking for that in behind runner. Can't find them. The offside trap activated really well, but he's still with the ball. He's looking for his teammates around, taking his time with this attack. And there is space now. Ivan Toney dispossessed by Kubasi. 68 minutes. El Dorado in space. Iglesias, there's Lamine Yamal in front of him, and that pass couldn't get to him. The defense has been up to par for Shoka. And here is El Dorado, 72 minutes gone. El Dorado is trailing for the very first time in the Rsdl. Could this be the game to give El Dorado his first defeat? Remember, we saw public prediction. I'm pretty sure that's not the public prediction of the public. I mean, there is nobody who will write up Shoka against El Dorado. And Shocker doing the most. Still doing the most. Takes the shot out of the box there, but that was in no way threatening the goalkeeper.
I think Eldorado has done pretty well in possession. He's been able to keep the ball a bit too well, but that final pass has just been lacking, and I think he wants to fix that soon because he really needs a goal.
It's defense there from Shocker. We're about to head into the final 10 minutes of this game, and Shocker in the lead. Saka, Boro scoop, gives it to Rashford. Rashford! Shocker nodding his head and confirming, yes, I did my homework and I did it real well against this guy, Eldorado. Beautiful, beautiful goal there by Shocker.
Absolutely beautiful goal there by Shocker. You could see him making that final pass and making that turn with Rashford into the top left corner, and there was no way the goalkeeper was saving that.
I mean, the Boro scoop to take Cucurella out of the way, perfectly dispatched. And Shocker, I'm certainly certain that that smile on Eldorado is not coming from his heart.
So Eldorado about to have his first loss in the Rsdl this season.
82 minutes, and it is looking like Shocker is going to take these 3 points. Here is Saka again, Boro scoop, Elastico. Couldn't get that shot away, body's on the line there. Seen a comment from Duru Daniel saying, you are only unbeaten because you haven't met the man, Shocker. And here is Shocker with Harry Kane. Ooh, that skill move there was unsuccessful. And here is Eldorado trying to at least cut back the deficit. Yamin Yamal is in space. Surely he buries this.
Well. Are we in for a surprise in this closing stages of this game?
88 minutes. Just few moments to play for. Can Shocker hold out this lead? It's game management time, buddy. There is no need to go forward at this point. Eldorado knows, he knows too well that this is done. And he pull out a miracle. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the biggest game of match day 2, week 2. Shocker displacing Eldorado at the top there. Beautiful FC gameplay from these two guys.
Absolutely astonishing matchup. You could see the quality from both players. Eldorado going ahead first, Shocker quickly replying that, Shocker then going ahead, Eldorado trying to muster up something and probably get a draw out of the game, but Shocker knew better than to go forward and thus managed the game absolutely well there.
Wonderful. I mean, I must clap for Mr. Shocker at the moment. He did his wonderful best. I mean, his gameplay exquisite, super applause for you to dispatch Eldorado in such a manner. So wonderful. So wonderful. Eldorado now, he knows definitely that there is a threat to his title in this particular guy, Shocker. Still a whole lot to play for. 6 games down. Still about 7 or 8 games to go. So everybody needs to be on their 10 toes at this moment. No slacking from anybody. You snooze, you definitely lose at this point.
Guys, we have come to the end of the week two in the RSL Division Two, and it's been fun having Himzaz and Sharks, and of course Emilia, to give us the in-game analysis and everything that's been going on. But guys, really, guys, I have been surprised, pleasantly surprised, and shocked by some of the outcomes. I mean, Himzaz, I'm going to start with you right now. Like, let's just talk about this thing. What has been the most surprising outcome for you this week?
Basically the Larry against Chukuchuku game, and everyone, you could even see the public winning prediction 90% to 10, but Larry going against all odds and actually winning, not just winning in a mighty fashion, a 5-1 margin. So you can understand that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some sections of the crowd are saying that Chukuchuku came into the game not really mentally prepared because maybe he's having some things handling. But that was a very wide margin to lose. But Milia, you've been interviewing these players. You've been interviewing these players, and you can see sometimes you see the disappointment of their faces. And then, do you think that the outcome of any game affects the next game?
I really think so. I think if I come into a gameplay now and I lose 5-1, you don't expect me to be happy for the next game. So I think when they lose, it brings down their morale and the rest of that. But I don't think it's necessary.
You don't think it's necessary?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know if it brought down Mr. Morale's morale. But Shaq, I mean, you have a lot of things to say. I know you have a lot of things to say because I was listening to the commentary and you were just like going in. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to say those things now.
I mean, what a week! What a week! From week one up until week two, and we're done with week two. I mean, it has been amazing. These guys who came up from the knockout stages to face the guys who were relegated, and it's been amazing, exciting FC gaming we have witnessed over these past 4 match days. And the most surprising thing for me is the relegated guys. I mean, El Dorado, Machala, Richie, and Chisco Fingers. I mean, we can only say El Dorado has been impressing so far, and it is really, really sad, honestly. I just felt that these relegated guys would have done the most, but right about now, they are disappointing. El Dorado now just faced off against the only one player we thought that would be able to grind our results away from him, and he proved us right. I mean, shocked El Dorado. So it's a lot. I mean, I think we're just done with game 6 with these guys. There's still a lot to play for. At this point, nobody needs to slip up. It is seriousness from now forward. So I'm excited for what the other weeks are going to bring forward to us.
Well, somebody said you cannot truly say you are unbeaten until you've beat Shocker.
Exactly.
And Shocker, I think that statement correct. Guys, I want to shout out to our sponsors, A Bunch Exchange, Nexo Gaming, Her Studio, of course, my very favorite. Don't forget to Game Villa. Shout out to the Esports Federation of Nigeria and Kate Esports, the Esports Africa News, and of course, the parent company bringing this production to you, 43 Esports. Guys, I know that this is just the beginning and there's a lot more to come. I know that we are going to keep getting surprises and all that. I want to say a big shout out to the fans. The fans have been amazing,
actually.
Really amazing.
Really making the commentary work easy for us.
I mean, you must have read some very funny comments.
Trust me, there are some that we purposely did not let go live.
There's this particular guy, Hazard Ninja.
No, bring the comments up. I mean, this is the spice for it. So, I mean, these comments have been funny. I've read some of the comments and I could not hold myself. I had to what is happening in the minds of these players?
That's wonderful.
Guys, until we come your way again next week, my name is Khan, and this is the gang. Himzaz, Shaq, and of course the beautiful Milia. So stay safe and keep streaming. Have a wonderful week. Bye.
Goodbye.